Radio Super.
Yeah, check it. Make noise, copyright. Yeah. They say they bring the fire, they barely open flames, not even smoldering. Struggle rappers go away. I throw your tracks away and polish up the inbox. The cleanup crew, and this is where your shit stops. Come on. The cleanup crew, this is where your shit stops. Come on, yeah. The cleanup crew, this is where your shit stops.
Copy, writer, rhyme writer, who write and flyer. The skywriters hire to prior with more punches than prize fighters. So fuck a handout, put your hand out, man down on live wire. A psycho hired with fire. Michael Myers versus Mike Myers. He camped out and ran out when I write on stand out like highlighters. I pay a bitch to blaze my spliff, yeah, I call her my highlighter. Baby, I'm high, where's my lighter? Crazy, I don't care, a fighter. Popping so much shit and dropping so much shit, I'm tearing diapers. But why would I wear a diaper? Told you, I don't care to type to enter matches and wear whatever matches my pair of nights, bruh. I put the pair on ice, bruh. Save for a rainy day, clouds ain't forming for this ain't a brainstorm. You ain't seen rainy day. The panty brain, never no limit, never no snippet, never mimic method, man. Checking the methadone clinic. F a whole critics, magazine article, them faggots gon' need magic bean gardens. True, actually argue you blasphemy or commit blasphemy. Catastrophes target you, magazine writers. Particles was my magazine cartridge shoot. Hard for you, but simple for myself. Schizophrenic, pick the limo, rent it, then jet and hit the mental word for help. Insurance covers all incidentals for myself. Get a pencil, use my mental to bend it, order it to melt. Origins unknown, but I'ma need orange juice and margin. Pour up till I belch until the floor hits and euphoria is felt.
They say they bring the fire, they barely open flames, not even smoldering. Struggle rappers go away. I throw your tracks away and polish up the inbox. The cleanup crew, and this is where your shit stops. Come on. The cleanup crew, this is where your shit stops. Yeah, the cleanup crew, this is
just a fair warning, we're boring like Lebanon. If you gory of weapons drawing, and we're smoking Cubans like shooting at Gloria Estefan. Morning you set before it's 7 in the morning. Bet you got no breakfast. This tech gets wreck, wake like heaven in a reverend song. You are now witnessing the metamorphosis of metaphors. It's better for this than the letter torching kid. I made earth, then I gave birth, then I said abort this kid. But before abortion hit, I led him toward the orphanage. Call up a bitch, they like some more, like Oliver Twist. Let her polish the dick, then I frolic with Oliver chicks. Shoot a motherfucking undercover with a motherfucking undercover barrel. Dumb and Dumber Harold, you singing them Dumb and Dumber carols. I'm too potent, why you motherfuckers stare? I'll give you a new heart like I'm Lara. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. I run a rare brothel of underwear models that are unaware. Money share to come in their times. About damn time, now you see the blues. You're stepping on landmines and ballerina shoots. You cowards need a clue. I'm the illest on the mic, of course, minus the life support. Tripe is the white you snort. Try it and die your corpse. R.I.P. My competition on a mission. Watch and listen. Either way, I leave decay on all your victims. Verbal menace / herbal chemist. Burning spinach. That'll make your eyes pop like Popeye when my words are finished.
Yo. It's the Cleanup Crew on Radio Super. Another beautiful Monday night, 8 p.m. to 10 every Monday. Tune in. Always. In the house tonight, once again, we got Unorthodocks. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's good, people? Chilling in Salute C right now.
Yeah. Actually, Salute's out on location. No, he's not really, but he's not here tonight, but we do have an interview with Bishop Lamont that we'll be playing here in a little bit. We do have three very special guests in the house. We got Jalopy Bungus.
What's up, fool?
Yo. And we got Shrub Head. What? A peace sign. And then, dude, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, bro. I'm really bad with names.
You got Crust, yo.
Crust. We got Crust.
Draymond Green.
Yeah, we're getting you around
Draymond Green. The white Draymond Green.
Man, y'all are crazy. So, we're going to get into it in about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to throw on some music real quick. And, thank you for tuning in. Radio Super, Cleanup Crew. I'm Nick Norris. And, we are moving into some music. Dude, I do this every single show, literally. Like, I can't, like, dude, I want to play one song, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm like, no, I don't want to play that song. I want to play something else.
But that's the beauty of radio, so we don't got no playlists. It's
yeah,
just whatever we're feeling in that moment.
I know, dude. I'm feeling like playing some Savages by Royce. Have you heard that song?
Nah.
Dude, okay. Oh, yeah. Savages. Here we go.
Hit it, yo.
I'm barbaric to the fucktards. I don't compare to the subpar. I'm here to see to it the moan and show at your funeral from your mom plus your palm on a rust part thus far. To us stars, it's just rock. Using nigga guts for the guttars. What they doing? They getting bodied by an old nigga. Tell them niggas they baby mamas trying to roll with us. I send it back to you mentally raped. Trying to cut carbs, doing the butt to the barge. Fly nigga Mayday, trying to touch Mars. Trying to get a payday like a nut bar. Trying to get my own island. Fuck cars, I'm without a bus card, living in demise. The record label pimping them cause the Rhapsody giving them. He can actually deliver them and make a motherfucking ribbon in the sky. I guess I'm just a specimen with the literacy, special ability. I'm characteristically rageful, everything still paid for. Embarrass niggas like Kimbo, which is still cage flow. No time to take it in, yet I'm still thankful. I don't discriminate, I take it in pesos. Trying to close my curtain, I was in capers. Now I'm insured by the street, now my stint paid for. Sticking with the paper, sticking to any shit that I say, bro. This is defense staple. I clearly only target the bosses. Whenever we arrive at your office, I definitely body your authors. I'm Martin Scarelli, everybody art at the auction. About it and cautious, product of losses. Living modest, dealing with problems. That his cars in his closet costing. Niggas' hearts turning to jelly the second that they have to part with their celly. Live life behind real bars. They don't know what it feels like to have a real fight at night in the dark with your celly. Never take advice from the jealous. Watch your man, even if you gotta watch him take a Ellie. You still gotta stand by him like you a Melly. That white girl got you bugging out like Liza Minnelli. My car's on fire, the tires Pirelli. I'm Martin and Eddie, searching for Tyrell Hicks, not to give her a baby, but to put a life in her belly. I'm barbaric with the 9 and all. Am I in everybody top 5? Not at all. You can find a nigga name in the ladies' room on a lot of walls. Topic of vagina monologues. I write a lot of bars. That's why I'm popping like an Adderall. I'm duplicated more than out of Mars. That's right. If you could take the beef home with you, you can make a goat out of ours. If you could take the bars and the rhymes home, you can make it soap out of ours. These are breaks, you had to be casted. Fatality to flattery flaccid. You bleed blood, I leak battery acid. There's no graph that you can accurately pattern me after. I'm that great. After Adam and Eve ate the apple, I evaporated, came back a cadaver. You can't assassinate, name abracadabra. Guns is aimed at him then. Got the little kids doing dirty things in the hood for me. I ain't talking about the same as the Vatican. If it ain't immaculate, it ain't adequate. I heard your dog switching genders, ain't that a bitch? Banana clip on an automatic, take that and split. This that lyrical acrobatic, straight savage shit. Straight savage. Straight savage. Ant-Man, what's up? Let's go get these niggas. The whole hip-hop game need a rap lift. Surgery to the trolls and the catfish. Say my name 5 times, I'm showing up to your home, to your computer room, and you blow up little mattress in a big black whip. Let your bitch lick my dick sack 5 times and take it to Saks Fifth. Everything that I say is like an eighth in the trap, sitting just waiting and wrapped in plastic for a rapper to come and take it as fast till he pass away. She fucking with you, she definitely could fake an orgasm. She fucking with me, she definitely could take a giraffe dick, and I'm just hustling like I'm at a cabaret. Straight savage, anywhere I'm gon' land is the exit. If it ain't lavish, I'm my own man like Stedman. Took my life in my own hands, same way I take matters. Listening to Coltrane on average, with a no-name bad bitch. Took it to my home, laid it down on the table, and piled her same way cocaine gathers. Oops, I mean pounded up. You can either get down with us, or let the ground come up and get you like Hank Gathers. Niggas think they seen the things that I seen just cause we on Instagram in the same glasses. Just cause we in the YSL same jacket, don't mean that we cut from the same fabric. What the fuck is you high as hell? You know nothing about the iron in the tie well. All you know about is the obvious shit, like Kanye riffing and what he'll probably yell. And now I bet you probably one of them old creeps helping Kylie Jenner little body sell. Mermaids, water, Godiva tails, sandwiches in the desert with a side of mail. Transcripts is in the present, got a lot of mail. Still getting money off the books like Galileo. I'm in the Panamera, listening to Pantera. The bitch with me sipping on Cabernet and on Yale. I keep a narcotic in the car by the teaspoon. I give her a G unit, I hear she a fan of Yale. I got a roll with the gat in the back. I get put over and they ask who I am. Oh, cause the ass in is black. I tell them I'm a poet cause it's a day giveaway that I'm much more than just a cat in the hat. I be laughing at you guys when laughing at you. If you ask who I am, nigga, I'm laughing at that. I'm a bullseye for time to laugh and attack. Kiss my ass and after that I put your ass in the crack. Speaking the crack rock, my pocket line with that. You can step on my pocket and break your mama back. Every weapon the pound I got is Floyd Mayweather doing the movie, definitely ready to counteract. Got your bitch jumping around on the boat, looking like when flounder flap, and it ain't because she found a map. We savages. If your bitch with us and you call her and she tell you that she tied up, she might be literally bound and gagged. I'm sick and impermanent, like the doctor opened me up and found a mask, closed me up, left inside of me an ounce of hash. I exercise for dumbbells, hanging onto the gun rail while I'm pressing up pounds of cash.
Radio Super.
Probably correlate to.
Sounding like I entered 1999 with an N-I-N-E. Craig Mack flavor rap data on rap radar. MCs please see spitting the clip in the lippin' when I squeeze mischievous soul. Blow holes in a Panasonic and a sonic speed. Dream shatter upon caliber. Fun fact for you free charge, no fee. These bars go feed 5-4. Fun blow flows to smithereens. Severing, wuthering heights, mothering mics. Mean like Joe Preem. Team go green. I'm pro bean. Town that is. What sound that is. Not supreme. Rhythmatic eternal king. Spit a lungie at the screen. My posse on that fuck the paparazzi. I bring it back to naughtiness by nature. Audience like garbage spits sedate ya. Back the fuck up and meet your maker. Let that whack rap die with the rest of these fools. Rex got the recipe. True, true, true. Rex got the recipe. True. Rex got the recipe. True, true, true. Rex got the recipe. True. Rex got the recipe. True, true. Let the whack rap die with the rest of these fools. Rex got the recipe. True, true, true. Rex got the recipe. Prototype of the chosen holding the mic. The voice the audience likes. My boys avoided the light, but the poisonous noise at night through the plate it get cold as ice. The top is reading you rights like a criminal options minimal. Simple roll of the dice. Chances microscopic to profit. Everybody's advice is the best advice in their optics. They know it all in their eyes to the moment they realize that they're steady sharpening knives. Protect against army cannons. Problems are 99 and they bitch and wanna talk shit. Let's shoot fit and sport it. It's useless to loosen nooses and still be naughty. Shook up becoming corpses. Ducking from blaming torches. But swear to Jehovah your power equals stampede of horses. Forcing it with the falseness. Poses swear they important. Rare breed of MC, a disciple of the anointed. The picture of pain is pointed so vivid. The image noted. Cross T's, dot I's on it. Planted the seed is sold it.
All this shit is gonna start balancing out. You know what I mean? It's nothing but authenticity.
Hey, what up, Tom? And it go like, I'ma let the beat ride out for a little bit, you know what I mean? Just so y'all can feel what I'm feeling. Alright, now that we on the same page, alright, look. Hey, we be making that classic shit, rapping on some static kids, immaculate, macking spaz and laughing at all these average kids. Be with the baddest bitch, style so miraculous. And you heard me spit, but you don't even know the half of it. Keep it funky, hungry like I need some money. Cheapy, so my speech is funny. Own it like it's bees and honey. Tweedledee and dummy, trying to take some cheese up from me. Yeah, they hate me, but they love me. I be sillier than bloody motherfucker. Y'all be shape shifting, hate spitting, but with them whack bars, take pictures with 8 bitches. Boy, we some rap stars. Used to fuck around and just kick it in my backyard. Now I'm on the road hitting shows with some bad bras. Me and Turn be on that hip hop shit. Surprised this young in here know what real hip hop is. Everybody here be like, oh, this my ish. Hey yo, Turn, gon' kick that shit.
Listen, my mellow, the metal, I'll turn you in a jello. Claiming that you pedal, mellow, but never in the ghetto. Killer fellow rapper, immaculate, never will I settle. With a middle class budget, cause buddy, I get the cheddar. Scrape up you images, Babylon when I battle. Your bacon brownies, we're hashing them. Bachelor who be smashing them. Coochie wallet attracting them. Hoochies always be flashing them. Lucy's, yo, I be stacking them. Truthfully, I'm imagining the wax killer with Mac Miller. My raps iller. Just act spitter for currency, I'm a cash getter. I smash Twitter and Facebook, you straight shook. I do what's on with you, homie, and it's a great look. My shawty handle is all money, they all on me. Call mommy and twist her back out like origami. I pour Johnny Walker in my cup. Ever since a little pup, I knew me and Stack was gon' live it up.
Sicker than your average. Who's really the shit? Sicker than your average. Who's really the shit?
I'm better than good as hell, so now they mad they hating on them. Girlies be waiting, I'm skating a figure eight up on them. Bitches be making me lemonade and cupcakes. Now you on my dick, bitch, tell me how my nuts taste.
And we like fuck Jake, trying to get this puff cake. We bad boys for real, homie, you trunk space. I put a body in a Maserati from Elati. I'm packing y'all in a Roddy mix with the Dolly
Hey, you mad I ain't as lame as you eating beats like some Asian fruit flowing that's uncontainable. Rooftop, amazing view. A million rappers in the game, but I'ma make it soon. They spending money for me now. I'm paid for you.
Squash you like a tomato do. Burners with hollers blaze at you. My mommy take the pillow and bite it when I be lacing it. It's undebatable. Roll around with a hated crew. Mac was born in 92, but he rhymed like he from 82.
Boys sicker than your average. Who's really the shit? better than your average. Who's really the shit?
All Eyes on Me, so 5 minutes,
Yes,
2 months,
yes.
and Diamond in a year and a half.
We're back.
That's crazy. I didn't
Man,
know
everybody's talking hip hop right now, talking
course we
about Jay-Z and Eminem
that. And Tupac.
and Tupac.
We're talking about
everybody.
what? Who was like basically like who was the biggest ever?
The highest grossing. And I think Jalopy Bungus is right. I think Jay-Z, after 444, fucking put the nail in the proverbial coffin until M drops some other shit, but we don't know if that's ever going to happen.
No, he actually said
he's going to.
say he was going to drop something else.
Motherfucker's active. He's going to do some shit.
Yo, that shit that he dropped, that like acapella-ish joint, you know, it was like last year, maybe.
Campaign speech. Joint?
Campaign speech.
Yeah, we played that on the show a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
bro, I fucking love that shit. And everybody's like, well, I don't know, I don't like what he does because he does a lot of like vocal shit, like crazy, like and like his rhyme schemes are fucking insane, dude. He'll do like 4 bars in one rhyme scheme, 4 bars of another rhyme scheme, go back to the original rhyme scheme for 4 bars, and he'll go back into that one, and you're like, but he'll use 2 different voices the whole time. It's one of the most brilliant fucking spoken word pieces I've ever heard in my life.
Pretty intricate.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's Eminem, so I'll give him a round of applause. You're
Not
not?
the early stuff?
No?
Nah, I'm not.
Not the early
Slim
stuff?
Shady LP, Infinite, none of that shit?
The Shady LP, yeah, that shit was tight, but like
I didn't
just
like
can't.
his latest stuff. No,
I just can't really like relate to Eminem like that.
Yeah.
Like he got some shit, but don't get me wrong, I've listened to a lot of Eminem.
Yeah.
I've listened to a whole lot, but it's just hard for me to get into it because like I can't really relate like that.
Yeah.
I feel like the way I judge hip hop, the way I judge, you know what I'm saying, somebody is like what they're saying.
Yeah.
And like the relevance of what they're saying.
Yeah, and
So it's like,
that's the thing, is that at the time when he was putting it out, the shit that he was saying was mad relevant. Like he was talking about some, you know, when he used to make fun of the pop singers and all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at the time, looking back, it's like, oh man, that shit was kind of corny, but at the time
Yeah.
nobody was doing that shit.
But even the shit about like just like tracks like White America and stuff like
that shit
where
is
it's very,
beautiful
you know,
shit.
You know what I mean? Let's
Yeah.
do the math. If I was black, I would have sold half. I didn't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he's definitely, you can't fuck with him lyrically as far as like his whole repertoire of just lyricism. He's one of the best, obviously, to do it. But
I still think M had the biggest like fall off of anyone though. Only because he was so high up to begin with though.
Bro,
to me personally.
but
you
the
know
thing
what
is-
I mean?
I
Like,
agree.
it went from like you were like literally my favorite rapper to like I have zero interest in what you release anymore.
Because it's
You
out
know what I mean?
right after Rehab, like he just continued to drop trash.
It was even like before like Encore was like better than people give it credit for because there were some good tracks on it. Like Toy Soldiers was a pretty good track talking about all the like sort of violent rap beef at the time and stuff like that. Mosh, the anti-Bush track was pretty good. Like there were some good cuts on there that people don't really acknowledge. But after that, he like relapsed and had the only song I liked on all of Relapse was Beautiful, which was a pretty decent track, and it was
Relapse
like
is
a
a
bonus
terrible
track.
album.
That's not a good album. Recovery, I think Recovery was even worse. Even worse.
that was him. That was him like sobering up, and like unfortunately, some artists aren't as good when they're sober.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
say.
And he went
You know?
super poppy for some reason. It was so bizarre that I was like, I understand artists are gonna have evolution, but you went from what you talking
make a
about,
clone.
you know, like dissing Britney Spears and all that, and now you know are doing tracks
Man.
with Rihanna. Like Rihanna's cool, but like it's not really the Eminem formula. Or
Yeah,
like,
I can hear like Kendrick doing some shit with Rihanna. That sounds right.
Yeah, you know, him.
Like Eminem and
yeah.
Rihanna just sounds forced.
Nah, Pop Sing, and that shit was like one of the biggest hits though. Like people ate that song.
But I
up,
will
that won
say that
Grammys.
Tornado, Volcano, all I know is I don't want to, whatever he says, walk away, no, that is the corniest shit he ever fucking said in his life, bro. I heard that and I was like, no, dude. I'm never listening to this shit.
Yo, he literally said somewhere on that album, I don't remember the track, but I was like scarred from it. It was on somewhere on Recovery. He said, "Shake that ass like a donkey with Parkinson's."
Yeah.
On
Oh my God.
Not
I wish
Afraid.
I had like the boo button.
I know, boo. On Not Afraid,
Yo.
he had so much like a fuck you for Christmas. This gift is a curse.
Oh my god, it's so
Okay.
Start playing with
trash.
scissors and
Alright.
shit and cut the
Okay.
crap. Like when Eminem started coming with shit like that, I'm like,
Yeah.
I cannot
I
fuck with
shouldn't
you.
have to
Yeah.
rhyme
I
these
cannot.
words in a rhythm for you to know it's a rap.
Like, I was like, you basically taught me how to rap. Some of my earliest memories of rap are listening to you, but that was so foul. I cannot. I gotta be a million miles away from this whackness
Dog, that
right
shit.
now.
He knows it was whack. He has to
I
know
don't
that shit
think
was
so.
whack.
I don't think so. I feel like he
No?
thinks it's hard. I think he thinks it's
so
hard.
He was
bizarre
like,
to me.
Marshall
Tornado
Mathers-
meets a volcano. Yo, that shit's fire.
Marshall Mathers LP2 is one of the worst albums I've ever heard.
You know what song I like on there?
didn't
That
know
one
that
with
for-
Kendrick. The one that.
Oh, that one's alright. I didn't even like Kendrick's part on that.
When he, all right.
I like the Berserk though. That's on
That
there,
was
isn't
that
it?
was I could like almost fuck with it because it was so bizarre. It was like such a weird track that I was like, I like when people put out tracks when I
Yeah.
feel like they're not really catering to like someone. You know,
I
what
like
mean?
that
It was
song
produced by Rick
personally.
Rubin. Like it was cool. I was like, wasn't something I went back to like over and over again. But I would take a whole album of that over
Yeah.
a freaking Rihanna.
That's the one where he was like,
Skylar Grey.
rapping like really high and like doing like that. That
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
The Berserk one.
It's the fucking
I
Rick Rubin
fucking hated
beat.
that shit.
It's
No
fucking
offense to
weird.
anybody who liked it.
It's extra.
The beat was fucking
It's like
nasty.
he's trying too hard to like, I don't know. It's like he's trying to win the love back.
That's what's weird to me
It's
about like
fucking
artists that fall off. It's like to be able to write really dope shit. You got to have like certain standards for like yourself and have a certain like criteria of what's good.
Yeah.
So how can someone like M listen to an album like Slim Shady 1?
Because the
and then
motherfucker
listen-
will drop one thing and it'll get 150 million views in
But he
like
got
6
off
months. You know what I'm saying?
But, like,
it doesn't even matter what it is, dude.
But I
He'll
mean,
just be like,
it's
yo, he could spit the most basic shit and he's gonna make money off it.
Yeah.
I feel like M
You
comes
know?
from a school that he still cares about like.
He does.
I feel like he cares about more than just like sales. I
Bro,
would
look at
feel like.
Yeah.
That's why he still does. But what's
look at
crazy?
Sirius XM and shit. The shit that like
Absolutely.
Shade 45 is like the most hip hop thing you can hear on any fucking wavelength.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy is like we were talking about the Shady Cipher before. Eminem like spazzed ridiculously.
Oh yeah, he went the
In
fuck
the Shady
off.
Cipher for
Yeah.
like 3 minutes.
He went
And it's
off.
like, yo, you had more bars in this freestyle video, this acapella freestyle video, than you
Yeah.
had on like your last 4 albums combined.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is going on?
He did
right
some shit
now?
with Tim Westwood, and it was him and Swifty McVeigh from D12, and it was like he says it was a freestyle, and like I kind of believe him, but that shit is just so ridiculous. Yo, speaking of which, Jalopy Bungus rapped at one of the battles recently, like a couple months ago, and spit a freestyle that was so nasty. All of the decision makers literally were like, "No, that shit was written. That shit was written. Yo, that shit was written."
Nah, you saw me. Remember at the fucking the shoot.
No,
I
I
was
hit him
snapping
up.
the fuck off.
Yo, I messaged him. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I can show you the message. I was like, yo, I don't think Bungus came with written.
I was that. I go off.
Yeah.
I had a bar. Like
I want
yo,
to
this is
apologize
a
for
lie.
that because we were like, bro, we had like this little meeting in the minds, and I was like, yo, Jalopy Bungus was dope, and da 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 da. But that shit sounded written to me.
I'm showing him the message. I literally fucking DM'd you that shit yesterday.
I wish I could show you the fucking
Yeah.
the story, but it's already been 24 hours. I was going to
Oh
fuck
my
off,
God.
bro. I watched that shit this morning. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
yo, this is what I was saying. I was literally messaging. I was like, yo, I'm gonna see if Bungus wants to come through. Honestly, I don't think you brought written to leave the beat down. Dude is pretty nice.
Man, that shit's real.
Shit is real
That's
in
that
the
shit.
field.
It's funny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
It's
it's like
dope.
this. It's the same shit with like Godly. Like a lot of people I've been kicking it with recently. I'm just like, man, I can't.
Yeah.
'Cause it's who you hang out with so largely. Not even who you hang out with, but just the practice of just like being in it. You know what I mean?
Just doing it. Just doing
yeah,
the freestyle.
exactly. Like I'm far from a daily freestyler. You know
I'm
what
one
I
of
mean?
those dudes who has to be in the mood.
Oh,
Like the
most
mood
definitely.
has to come
Yeah.
out. Or I'm like so inconsistent. I'll either
Yeah.
have like the worst freestyle ever.
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah.
just super tight. Like there's no.
Yeah,
like this
there's
dude
no-
right here, his freestyles are always either good or incredible. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't go under that. And mine's are either really terrible or really good. It's like no in between.
That's dope. At least you can admit that shit.
Yeah,
'Cause
facts.
I see
It's
some
super
motherfuckers
facts.
where they jump. This shit happened last night actually at the Rebel Lounge. We did the what show was that? Mr. Liff and Acrobatic. The shit was super dope. But there was a cipher going on in the back patio, and this one dude kept jumping in, and it was so bad. But he did not stop rapping. Like he just kept going.
Was it
and
the
going.
dude who it always is?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't one of the. Nah. This was some dude I've never even seen. It's like this skinny white
We'll
dude.
tell him off air.
I know who you're talking about.
You talking about Mike Wise?
What?
You talking about Mike Wise?
Probably. Probably. It's the
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind,
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah,
That's
he
someone else.
dude's always.
You know what I'm talking about.
Shit.
There's probably a couple cats that'll flat out fit this description.
Yeah.
Fucking AZ scenes.
It's weird, and especially like during the because every year we do the Cypher Effect. I'm not sure if you guys came through for not Cypher Effect. We do the Cleanup Crew Cypher series down at the Cool and Out shop, and every year there's one person that just does not know how to give up the mic when it like.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit's not hitting. Like, it's not hitting. Like, this dude had a fucking didgeridoo. Like, literally a didgeridoo, and he's, like, dancing and rapping at the same time. And the rap... I love you, Mike Wise. Nothing but love, bro.
Are you talking about the dude that's like...
He's got dreadlocks, white dude. Pretty sure he wears sandals. I'm not
He's
sure.
the only, like,
though.
white ginger dude with fat-ass dreads that raps, as far as I know.
Fat dreads?
He's got fat dreads. And
oh,
like
okay. I'm
orange.
thinking about somebody else. Are they talking about the dude that goes to the battles?
Yeah,
and he was like dancing mid.
That's the same dude. Yeah, he has him tucked up in his hat.
Oh yeah, him. Oh okay.
Yeah,
dude, that dude's fucking hilarious.
He's wild. He's something
so
else.
Funny.
He dances his ass off, and it's funny because like he'll be battling someone, and while they're rapping, he's like literally dancing all around.
And it
like
works.
A fucking motherfucker.
They'll start repeating their rhymes and like stumbling and shit.
You ain't ready for that.
It works.
You ain't ready for a motherfucker to be playing defense at a battle.
Yo, Unorthodocks.
All offense.
Yo, real question here. When are you gonna join one of these battles?
When I sharpen my sword.
In other words, when are you gonna go collect that money?
Go collect that money. Damn, this dude stays bigging me up. This dude gives me that type of comment. The fact that like it's one thing with just random people on social media or like random cats you meet out at bars and stuff. Be like, yo, you nice or whatever. But to have a cat like Jalopy Bungus who's really about his shit, be bigging me up. Yeah, like that means a lot. But no, I need to get my sword sharp. You know what I mean? Because like
do that shit, bro.
You know what I mean?
Do
I need
that shit.
Me, I've never been in like a real rap battle. I've been in freestyle ciphers a million times, but I've never like actually battled a cat. And I feel like that should maybe happen in like a blunt cipher somewhere before I'm doing it on stage. You know what I'm saying?
I started battling first before I started writing music.
Oh yeah,
but I did acapellas. I know there was no beat.
Yeah.
Like rap battling on a beat is so different. Like
totally.
Like off the top, you don't know who you're going up against.
You don't know what beat's about.
You don't know
play.
what beat's about to go on, and then you got motherfuckers like Reflection who turn on 110, 115 BPM beat, and you're like, yo, what the fuck do I do with this? I'm like, literally, I'm just hosting the shit,
super
and keeping time,
beats.
and then all of a sudden I'm like, yo, who the fuck turned on this beat?
Futurama intro type shit, bro. Like real shit. Like
I
was at the battles and I heard them play some shit. I was like, how is he supposed to rap right now? Like, fuck.
I want
a ghost ring.
So
Tech 9.
So you came up like battling and stuff.
Yeah.
Like who got you into
12.
like?
No, because
that?
Before, like when I would get out of school, people used to battle on the corner of the street, and they do it like how niggas shoot craps and shit.
Yeah.
They do it like that, but they be battling. Mm-hmm. So niggas would set up and do it like that, and whoever someone said it won, collect everything.
That's dope, man.
So I used to do that when I was younger, and then like afterwards, I didn't really start taking writing seriously until I went to Deer Valley. So I was like 14 years old, and then I recorded my first track when I was 14, but it was a feature, and then I used to have a funny ass story. When I was 15, I moved, and then I didn't have shit in my house besides a glass table, a broken TV, and this platypus karaoke machine.
Oh,
it's real shit.
Karaoke
you know, like
machine.
Perry the platypus.
The necessities.
Yeah, the real shit. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that's all I had. So all I did was I was listening to Kingdom Come by Jay-Z, Graduation by Kanye, The Carter 3, and then Take Care by Drake. That's all I could do all day. So I listened to those, and then eventually I was like, shit, I might as well do something, because when I came to school, I didn't have nothing to do. So I take I didn't have no friends over there either, because I didn't meet nobody yet. So I get a notebook, and I just rewrite the albums. So I was rewriting Kingdom Come every single day, like the whole album, front to top.
When you say rewrite, you mean like you would just write over the beats? Or you
yeah, I like write. I ignore what he was saying. And it's like
just write your own shit. Yeah,
remixes. I do the whole thing every day.
Would you like write in like the same type of format and stuff, or would you just?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I do the 16.
That's like how I would like start out doing my shit. Basically,
yeah, that's
it was
crazy.
like I've never specifically heard other people doing that type of thing, but it's like when you start out, you're basically just writing their lyrics, and then you just switch out a couple words and shit.
It's like it's like when you're a kid and you play like baseball or something, and your favorite batter has like a certain stance, and you want to get that same stance, and you're like, I'm gonna be just like this guy. You know what I mean? It's like you're looking up to that.
Yeah,
MC.
for me, it was like I didn't know where to start. I knew at the time it wasn't like real like rap writing, but I was like, it was like, you know, it's like training wheels almost, or like using like playing baseball with like the tee or whatever. It's like, you know, you gotta start out somewhere, and then you start figuring out you can just start doing like whole verses by yourself and stuff like that, and just figuring how the writing process works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's how I got so good. Then once I met my homie Dice and I could actually record, I was already in the habit of writing shit all the time. So I was writing like 5 songs a day, like every single day, and then go in the studio. In the last 3 years, well, not 3 years, like more like 2.5. No, 3. Yeah, I've made like over 750 songs total.
That's fucking dope.
Like I used to go to the studio. Like it started dying down, like as I got older. But when I was 16 to 17,
oh yeah,
man, I was like going to studio, dropping 9 tracks, mixing everything, and then going home and then coming back. Like it was crazy. Like all throughout school, just writing.
You still got all that old shit? You hang on to it, or
I actually do. Like all of my emails, I got a mixtape I did when I was 15 on my SoundCloud.
No shit.
I just left it there just to go, like when people check, when I actually get up, people can go back and document, you know what I'm saying, where I came from. So.
See where it started and shit.
Yeah. I got all that old shit on there.
Hell yeah, that's dope. It's always dope to see that shit. Like you go to some people's YouTube pages that are like just killing it, and you go back in time and you look at some of their original YouTube videos. You're like, you were a fucking child doing this shit.
Yeah, and it's inspirational too, because it's like. He had to come from here and then make it work. Yeah. And I'm all about inspiring people at the end of the day. So you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest role.
That's dope.
Piece of it.
You ever played out of state or anything? Have you
like done a show out of state?
Yeah, like shows out of state.
I've never done a show out of state actually, unless you count Team Backpack.
Yeah.
Nah, never have.
Man,
I'm about to at the end of this year though.
Yeah, you're gonna do like a little tour.
I don't know. I can't remember what his name is, but he's coming out here, and then we're doing a show at Club Red, and I'm going back with him to Seattle.
Okay,
and then we're coming
dope.
back here.
Seattle's got dope hip hop out there. Seattle's dope. Portland's pretty dope as well up in that region. So if you get a chance to ever play Seattle, Portland's got a really good hip hop scene.
You ever heard of that? She's from here. What's her name? I think it's like Wynne, like WYNNE. Never heard of her?
I don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell.
It's Twitter shit. That's why.
Okay.
I don't think y'all don't be active on Twitter.
I don't really be up on Twitter.
I didn't either.
I tried for like 2 years, then I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I didn't either. But Twitter, man, I used to be like, man, fuck Twitter, fuck that shit. But like, when I made the transition to Twitter and actually had to make it work, Twitter's fucking funny.
Yeah. I just moved over to Instagram. Man. Twitter was just like an echo chamber to me, where it's basically just like, because what everybody does is you have an opinion and you follow a whole bunch of other people that agree with your opinion, and you don't follow nobody that disagrees with you, and then you just post stuff, and then it just turns into a big circle jerk of everyone being like, and then one person's like, hey, and then one person comes in and they're like, hey, you know, I might have, you know, an alternative viewpoint. It's like, boo, reaction image, boo. It's like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like there's no like actual like conversations taking place, and it's like, I just didn't fuck with
Twitter.
It like that.
Twitter's wild, man. Twitter's wild.
I still got one on there, but if you go there, it's like I never post on that shit.
That's my most active one now, which is ironic.
Yeah, I do IG all the time, especially ever since they added the goddamn stories and stuff. I was like, well, now I don't gotta make a Snapchat. This is pretty easy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Snapchat
so I just
is Snapchat like dead now? I don't know.
I don't even know. I
never really got into it.
I never used it. I never used it at all. I started using like. That was the thing. When I started doing stories, that was like so new to me because I'd never even used Snapchat before. But I just decided I wanted to get more active on social media, so I'm like, I'm gonna use this shit every day and just like force myself to. Yeah. But yeah, social media ain't my thing on a personal level.
Yeah, I don't even like taking pictures, so I can't like just be like, oh yeah, this is me, this is what I'm doing.
Bro, that's super like, stupid.
Unless
like,
it's funny,
selfie, like I'm just chilling here, and it's like. Bro, I got homies that literally they will take a selfie and they'll post something that has nothing to do with the selfie, and it's just like, yo, why the fuck did you even post that fucking selfie? You could have just said whatever. It's like some profound statement in their face, looking like.
My Snapchat's the most awkward shit of all time. The only time I do anything, I'll take the phone and I take a picture like this, like. It'll be like face planted on something, and take the picture so it's all black, and then I'll just type some shit out, or I take a picture this close to my face. Like, that's the only thing I do with Snapchat.
When I started using like social media a lot for like doing that thing, I was like, I just gotta post every day. Like I've talked about this before. Like I just be bugged out like that people actually be watching and stuff. Because we're talking about like I don't go quite as far as your homies where I'll just post like random selfies, but I'll just post shit that like does not seem interesting to me. Just like my thought on a movie or TV show. Like 100 people will watch it and be like DMing me and like talking to me about it and stuff. And it's like. It's so bugged out to me because like I hardly even, unless you like, you know, an attractive woman, I'm probably not even watching your stories like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny that like, you know
what it is? You know what it is? People aren't creative. Like a lot of people aren't creative. They're consumers of funny stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll reshare stuff. So if someone is naturally like witty or funny or has an opinion that maybe doesn't like coincide with the way that they think, they're automatically going to show you love and respect. They always do.
Yeah, I guess that's it. You know, I just never thought I've always come at it in just a very, I don't know what the word is, but it's like who the fuck gives, like who would want to watch what I'm doing, like in my day, you know?
They call them fans.
I don't like. That's the thing. I don't even. Whenever I use the word fans, like on social media, I put it in quotes because it feels like cheesy to me. Like at least
it's
at
a
this
super corny
point,
word. Like
there are people that really got. I was thinking about this the other day. I got a lot of supporters. I wonder if I got like an actual fan, like someone who would meet me and they'd be like, "Oh shit,
there's
that
one
dude."
somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fan. There's supporters that are like, "Oh, you know, you like Bungus? He's a supporter of mine, and I'm a supporter of him." You know?
I'm a fan.
I would say
actually.
I'm like, okay, we fans of each other. You know what I'm saying? It's true.
There you
but
have
it's
it.
like, for the most part, the people that if I see somebody showing me love, I'm like, oh, that's a supporter or whatever. But it's not like they're gonna be
you know how you tell
from meeting you or nothing.
It's
like
weird.
That.
You just play a lot of shows, man. Like honestly, and people. So this is one thing that I've noticed in the hip hop community is that people enjoy playing shows for other artists or with other artists, and they pay no attention to the people that are there. Those people that are there are like your most valuable commodity. Those are the fans. You know, so like with the Pheromone show. Well, no, you weren't on the Pheromone show. You were on.
I was on R.A.
R.A. the Rugged Man.
And I was on Milo.
You made a lot of fans that night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
good, yeah.
You introduced yourself to a lot of people.
Yeah, a few of them came to the Crates show after that.
Yeah, so it's like you get on that stage, these people have no idea who you are. They see you rock once and they're like, I like that dude. I mean, I remember going to my first shows, seeing local acts like back in the day, and I was like, yo, that dude's dope. And I still remember who they are, and I'm still fans of them, even though they haven't made music in 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember what your first like big show was, or like
the first one I ever played, or the first one I ever went to?
No, yeah, like played, like where you were like on the bill, that you were like, oh shit, I'm on this bill. Where you were like, I would be buying a ticket to this show if I wasn't on the bill right now.
Yeah, man, it was Ghostface, bro. Ghostface was that was my first big opening spot where like I got on there and I was like, yo, I'm about to share that. And the craziest part, this is the craziest part, is that before the show he came in for sound check and like literally was like, who else wants a sound check? And I'm like, yo, I want a sound check right after Ghostface. I'm like, get on there, sound check and shit. Walk over to the bar, have drinks with Ghostface. The door didn't open for like another hour. We're sitting there chilling, hanging out. Fucking Ghostface, my squad, that dude Muggs Dynamite was my crew at the time. And we were just chilling with Ghostface, bro.
And I know Ghost is one of like your favorites.
Oh, dude, he always. Yeah,
I met Ghostface too. At Team Backpack.
No shit. What was
because
his?
They had, I don't know if you know, but they had for the ciphers when everybody was done.
Yeah.
Cassidy spit like a 2-minute freestyle to one of their beats. Ghostface spit a 2-minute freestyle, and then Twista spit a 2-minute freestyle.
Wait, like Twista?
Like Chicago Twista.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Ride with me, Twista.
Yeah.
So you got
do or
the
die
Philly shit
Twista.
from? So it's like you came back and you're like, yo, me and JD, we Philly cats now.
Oh, nah. I was already doing that.
You watch Cassidy and Freeway.
No, it's because Philly rappers are my favorite rappers.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Who's
so
your
it's
favorite
like,
from Philly?
Damn.
Who's one of your favorites from Philly?
Shit, Meek Mill.
Meek Mill, really?
Meek Mill
on the show last week, wasn't
he?
Yep.
Meek Mill's such a huge inspiration for me, man. Like,
word? Why?
Real shit, because for one, you know what? All right, this is a long story, but pretty much my come up was I was doing audio shit, right? And I noticed, I was getting like 80, 90 likes or whatever on songs, but I didn't really feel like if I kept putting new shit on SoundCloud, it was going to get me anywhere. So what I did was I took a break from that, and I started doing freestyle videos. And the reason why I started doing freestyle videos was because before Meek Mill came up, he was doing freestyle videos, and he gained respect from Philly, like the whole fucking block.
Yeah, definitely.
Like everybody. He got and then at the end of the day, he was like, when he kept taking off, and he got out of jail, he started doing shows for $10,000 in Philly. The dude was already making big money before he got signed.
How did he gain that much support?
The freestyle videos. So they had DVDs called Headshots.
Yeah.
And what they did was everybody, you go to he was in a group called Bloodhounds, and throughout the city, this is a time when Philly rap was flourishing.
Yeah.
So this is like mid 2000s. So like they had the Headshot shit, and then they come up to certain artists and niggas would do freestyles and shit, and then that's how Meek Mill came up. Niggas started realizing like, damn, this Meek Mill go crazy. And then he started gaining respect around the block, yada yada yada. Then he went to prison for like a year, I think. Oh no, like 7 months, 8 months. Then everybody was waiting on him. He came out, dropped a single, boom, 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 yada yada yada. And then he put in the work. You know what I'm saying? He moved selectively. He did what he was supposed to do. Kept doing the Headshot shit. Started putting out real mixtapes. And then boom, he took off. And then that's when he started making money. Everybody started coming in. Like he'd have thousands at these shows. And then he would make like $10,000 a show. And then Rick Ross heard about that, came get him and signed him.
That's so dope.
So when I after peeping that, like I didn't want to do that at first, but then going to New York taught me that I started freestyling. I was 18 at the time, so I was one of the very youngest people there.
Yeah.
I started freestyling when people asked me to rap or whatever, and they'd be like, "Damn!" They're like, "Whoa!" They're like, "So where are you from?" And everybody thought I was like from Harlem or like some shit like that.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm from Arizona."
People look at you crazy.
And I got roasted.
No shit.
Every single time.
No shit.
I ain't never been roasted for
Every
being from
time.
Arizona. That's
Real
crazy.
facts. Every time. These are like 600 of the coldest rappers like all
That's
around
wild.
the fucking globe. Africans, people from Italy, people from all over the place, man. Like, so when they heard I was from Arizona, like, especially the New York people, they were like, they have a scene out there in Arizona. Like, they were just like roasting me, bro. This is real shit. I was getting roasted the whole time. So like that inspired me to be like, damn, I want to go back and just create something, or at least be a piece of like the spark to the Arizona scene.
Absolutely.
Arizona's got a lot of talent, dude, and that's the thing, is that a lot of people don't know it.
It's just not tapped in.
It's not tapped in,
and
all.
that's my favorite part about it, because since it's not tapped in, it's a bigger challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's like, that's my favorite part about all this shit, is that it's just untapped. And that's the best position you could be in.
Hell
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
totally.
I want to do like, that's why I take it so seriously to fucking do things to unite the state and shit, because I want to do things that are like, I don't want to just fucking make rap and then some dude come sign me and I make money. I don't want to do regular shit. Like I want to do like great shit when people look back. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't know if y'all and like that track, one of the tracks I did, my unreleased tracks I did like crates, is I got a line in it which basically sums up what I like want to do with this shit. Was like, I'm just trying to blow up. I'm just trying to put my city on like atmosphere or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like you look at atmosphere. It's like I'm just trying to get on and put my city on like atmosphere. Because atmosphere they got on and turned Minneapolis or like the Twin Cities. You know what I mean? Into like an absolute hip hop hub, and it was not
dude,
like that.
It's
before,
one of the best hip hop scenes in the country.
And what was it before?
far.
And what was it before Atmosphere?
I mean, a lot of soul music.
No,
came
I'm
out
not
of
saying
it.
they didn't have music.
but
Prince
yeah,
is from
I mean,
there. Like they had music, blues was there. But in terms of hip hop,
man.
I mean, this was like the late '90s. You know what I mean? When Atmosphere started coming up, so it's like hip hop with like. Places already had scenes, like Houston had a scene, Atlanta had a scene, like all the major cities kind of had scenes by that point, except for Minneapolis, and then they just came up, started rhyme sayers, you know what I mean, signed all the dopest local people, like incredibly dope local people, and now even to this day they do, what is it, Soundset in Minneapolis, which is like a ridiculously big hip-hop, like the biggest hip-hop festivals are like Soundset, Rock the Bells, and like Paid Dues. Like as far, like, those are the biggest three.
Man,
I
you
can
hear
think
Paid
of.
Dues got canceled. They brought it back. Merce brought it back,
and then they stopped it.
And then he was going to do it in California instead of. He did it in Minneapolis, right?
Paid Dues was L.A. That was like a hometown thing that Merce did.
Okay, they moved it to somewhere other than where.
Other than L.A.
Other than L.A. and it got shut down. I guess they weren't selling tickets or something.
Oh, that's why. Because Paid Dues was. They used to have crazy lineups and
dopest shit ever. Yeah.
Is Rock the Bells still going?
Not that I'm aware of.
Really? It was going a few years ago, like when I was in high school
been
and stuff, but I haven't heard about it recently. But those, damn, so it's like, that's crazy that Soundset's the only one that's like even still around. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's still, there's the other ones, like A3C does really well, but it's not
that's a little different,
all hip hop though, you know what I mean? South by, it's not all hip hop.
Oh,
like
absolutely. I'm talking like exclusive hip hop. And then that's crazy is they'll have the biggest artists. Like I think they think they have like Lil Uzi Vert playing on like Soundset this year, but they also have them alongside like all the Rhyme Sayers people. Like they get like everyone, you know what I mean? Like the local Minnesota legends alongside like whoever's, you know, hot or whatever. But they can get people like that. They can get anyone they want on those shows. They'll have Lil Uzi Vert followed up by Ghostface in the next set. Like, their festivals are crazy. I'd love to check one of those out.
Yo, we got Freshtivus coming up December 16th.
Yo, yeah, don't sleep on fucking Arizona. That's gonna be we're gonna turn Freshtivus into Soundset. Give us a couple years, yo.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be crazy.
Freshtivus.
Yeah,
that's what this month.
It's cooling out. We threw it a couple years ago. We had like Razcat. Dude, we had so many iconic artists. We had God damn it, now I'm drawing a complete blank. But anyway, like
was
this
years ago,
was on there.
Yeah, you had Cool Keith come one
Cool
year.
Keith, it was the same year.
Exile.
Cool Keith, Exile, Choosy. We had, oh my god, dude, I'm drawing blanks. But whatever, we had a ton of motherfuckers.
It was crazy.
It was insane, and it was Club Red. We sold out both sides of the club, and it was insane. We didn't do it the last 2 years, and then we're doing it again this year. And I can't announce any lineup or anything yet, but it's going to be fucking fire. It's gonna be dope.
Because I remember that flyer so vividly.
Oh yeah.
Because years before I even knew you was like the last time you guys did Freshtivus. I remember seeing that poster with all the snow on it and shit, and I was like, I want to go to that shit. And it was 18 and up, and I was 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go to it, but I remember seeing those flyers. I'm like, oh, these people are coming to Phoenix? Like I was like bugged out. Like there's a lot of crazy people on that gig. That was 2015, I'm pretty sure.
2015?
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, and then it was dope.
It was
years
fun,
later,
man.
now the dude who put that show on is now putting me on shows, so things come full circle.
They always do. You know, it's funny because being part of Arizona's community for a long time, like you see people grow from like, yo, I want to work, I want to do this, I want to do that, into being like the leaders of the community. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So.
It's so funny. It took so long for me. Just like I was talking to people just this week. I was like, it's funny to me because it's been like I feel like I've made the most progress like musically, like in my quote unquote career or whatever. Like in this past year, I've gotten to open for Legend. I'm gonna be on the 101.1 next week and shit like that. You know what I mean? Things are coming together. But I've put out 3 songs this year. Like basically all the progress I've made, because it was almost what you were talking about. It's like all the progress I've made has basically been from playing shows and doing songs I've been doing since I was like 15, 16 years old. And people think these are new songs, but I'm like,
I feel you on that.
Like 2014.
My progression this year was just on some fucking like, it just went from like here, it was like cool, and it just eclipsed like on some different shit. And the only thing I even put out before the tape and shit was the Soul Part 2 song and the Soul Part 2 video. Like I had Larry Lynn said I was the #1 rapper under 21. Then I was on the top 5 on the Floativity list. Yep. This is all before the 2 Things for Certain shit. And then we sold out the fucking Rebel Lounge. And then I dropped the tape, and the shit just keeps growing. Like it doesn't, like you know how usually you drop something and it hits like a week and it starts to like kind of decline. This shit literally just keeps going.
Yeah,
like,
I've heard a few people actually talk about how you sold out a show, like as a local artist.
Yeah, we did it in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. That's fucking dope. Like nobody ever does that shit. Ever. Without like a headliner or something like that.
Exactly.
So what do you guys do? You just get out in the streets and put tickets out, or?
Yeah, we just well it was just like, man, I don't know. It was just like a perfect fucking. Like when I dropped this, because we dropped the Soul Part 2 video right before the show. Yeah. And all of that was planned. Like all of that was in the making. And I was talking about this show like in March. Like in September, if we can do this show and do it well and like get a lot of people in there, we'll make so many shockwaves. Yeah. Super.
I learned that from like kicking it with y'all yesterday. I was like, y'all, like you obviously are creative. Like you're artists, you know, you're hella creative, but I could tell by the way you were talking to, you know, the dude who was doing the video afterwards, with the whole way you think about the way you release
everything.
Strategic.
It's all a method. And that's why we keep eclipsing, because it's all about, you know what I'm saying? It's just peeping game from people who did it before. And then doing it in a way, especially here, what people don't understand is a lot of people would talk shit about Arizona, like, oh, it has no scene. What niggas don't understand is that's, in a way, an advantage. Yeah. Like, me putting out shit like Soul Part 2 because of how, I don't want to disrespect the scene, but how, like, kind of dried out, no pun intended, like the scene is. it's like
Makes sense.
people don't see shit like Soul Part 2, that video, so they were all like, "Fuck, like this is crazy."
I was
you know
gonna
what I'm
ask
saying?
you. So you seen the Soul Part 2 music video?
Yes.
Do you see anybody else in there? I haven't seen any other music videos like that come out of it. By music, just a music video that looks like you could see it on like Vice or Complex or something like that. Like I don't. Most music videos look like even if they're good, they look like amateur.
They look like amateur
videos.
Yeah, there was this dude, JD Films. I don't know if you guys know him. He did a lot of shit for a little bit that was real clean looking. But we don't have a lot of real videographers. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a lot of videographers here. We do, but they end up moving out of state. They go to LA or they go somewhere else.
But
they don't really.
His
stick
guy's
around.
more than just clean. Like you watch that video, there's like
it's
effects.
artistic.
There's like all the color filtering,
and
like
the concept.
I didn't even pick up on the concept that much in the video itself, but it's like each of the scenes are like.
Who did the video?
Garen Chadwick.
Okay.
And what's crazy, what people don't know, is we were the one of the like 20 pounds. We have other shit with him before. He's only done he's the only one who's done our videos.
That's dope.
He did All Good, and All Good's pretty good, but he's such a fucking like.
He's a young dude.
He's such a he's like 24.
Yeah, he's only a little bit older than us.
And he's like. He's so determined and just driven. Like every video we did, it just kept getting better. Like, and it's because we have like you get usually the videographers, an artist will submit their music and he'll be like, I don't want, and then he'll send the money or whatever and he'll just do it. But like Garen's actually a fan of my music. Like, he fucks with me and we fuck with each other, so I think that translates.
Yeah, so like the creative vision that you bring in the music, he can bring in the visuals. You guys are comfortable with
and
that.
And he like when I sent him Rushmore, which is the video we're doing right now, he was like, this is the best song I've ever gotten.
No
and he's
shit.
Like, and he's like, we've been putting, and that's why we were putting hella work in this last Saturday. We had all types of artists.
Man, that's dope.
All types of really young Arizona artists too. I don't think anybody was there that was over 22.
And I met none of them. There was Fresco there. With the exception of Shrub chilling in the back right now. But like, other than the people that I met at the Crates show, I met none of the people there. There were cats like snapping on freestyles. Like
that's what I'm saying. Your generation, this young generation, has a movement that's building, but it's natural. It's not a forced one. You don't need a hashtag to say like this is what we're doing. You don't need like someone guiding the movement. The movement's guiding itself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then after the shoot, we went to that party.
Yeah.
And it was what's the collective that Clay Adams has?
Brunch Collect.
Beat Lab or Brunch or whatever it is. Yeah. And there was like a little house party like going on with them, and there was this dude Corey fucking killing it on SP.
Corey Wade,
exactly.
Crazy.
That
What's his name?
His name's Corey Wade, and I went up to him after the show and was like, it was dope. I went up to him. He's like, "Oh shit, you're Unorthodocks." I was like, "Oh shit, someone knows who I am." But
there you go.
But I was like,
building names.
But yeah, I was like, "Oh, I got to get you on something that Crates real soon." So yeah, we'll definitely have him on the show.
Basically, I keep getting off topic when you ask me questions, but basically
that's what this show is.
Well, so we had a bunch of people who when we announced 20 pounds, it was such a big thing. Like it was crazy.
No shit.
And then because I was already like growing.
So people knew you as like a rap. I don't know if do you use the term MC? Do you guys use that term? Rapper or whatever.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. So people saw you as that already, and they were waiting for you to like start introducing like a more. I don't want to say a more professional thing because
no, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you come out with who started 20 pounds?
Him.
That's you right there?
Crust.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Fucking Crust.
We call him Draymond Green. He does all the dirty work.
And that's dope,
he
man.
don't watch basketball.
Oh, okay, yeah. Draymond Green just does the extra shit. You know what I'm saying? But
he's the dude that works hard, and the other cats and the Warriors get the shine, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So
you know what?
He puts it here, and then we run with it. You know
behind every dope crew, there's that motherfucker.
Yeah,
there's that motherfucker right there.
It's like what did Wu-Tang say? We form like Voltron, and Jizz is the head.
But
should have been RZA, but he said it was Jizz. Yeah, he's like Jizz.
I had already had like a fan base.
Yeah,
he already had a fan base. So when we joined with Pete, well, he wasn't like he didn't really have a fan base that he was developing. It was more like a high school fan base. Yeah, but when we came together and told everybody, it was such a big thing. Like we went to First Friday the day that we told everybody, there was so many people like, "Oh, that's 20 pounds. Oh, what's up?" So like so then we had the respect and everything. Not the respect, but we had the hype. We just had nothing to prove for it yet. Yeah. So then Pete dropped his project. It did what it did. we did the 20-pound cipher. That's what kicked everything off.
Yeah.
And Garen did that one. And if you go look at that video and then look at the show part 2 video, you see the growth and how great he became. But then we did the 20-pound cipher and everyone was like, damn, these niggas is spitting. And then we were all young as fuck too.
Yeah.
So it was even crazier. And then that's when Kai dropped his project. And then when I dropped the Soul Part 2 video, it just went from here to here.
That's so dope.
And then right after that, we did the show, got the tickets. Everybody was like, yeah, we get those.
How was that feeling? How did that feel to be an artist who had the ability to actually do that?
To be honest,
like so early in your career too. You know what I'm saying? And on a local level, the people you hear about selling out local are like Chance the Rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You hear about people like that they get love from their hometown, they get love from their city. And that's the one thing that a lot of artists strive for is the love of their city. And a lot of them don't fucking get it, unfortunately. But that's dope that you're getting it. And I see you getting it. Like right now, if I bring up your name, people are like, "Who the fuck's that?" I'm like, "Dog, check him out." They're like, "Yo, I checked out that dude," and I'm like,
"Yeah,
exactly."
Thanks.
Yeah,
but and then we got the physical tickets. Everyone was like, "Oh, can we get one? Can we get one?" Like we were about to go so hard. Like this is the funniest shit ever. We were about to go so fucking hard with these sales, right? I wrote down like 120 possible names that would get tickets, right? Once we actually got the physical tickets, I only got like 30 or 40 of those people sold. Like the rest of the tickets, everyone was just pouring in.
That's
like,
dope.
yo, can we get these? Can we get these? We sold 325 tickets in 2 weeks.
Man.
Yeah, and then we were just going door to
That
door.
is really good. No shit.
2 a.m. 2 a.m. at night.
Like,
I'd be like, Pete, what you doing? He'll be like, oh, I'm chilling. I'd be like, man, come on, bro. Get out the house. Come pick me up. You're gonna pick me up. We was selling tickets that one night till like 4 in the morning. 1 a.m. to 4 in the morning is knocking them. And then after that, not only did we get all those people in there, we put on a crazy show.
Yeah.
We had Splash and Keith on there, which is homies of mine that I met last year. So I was like, yeah, we saw the show. I'm going to put my homies on, you feel me? And then we had some dancers that I had met at Barry. They're like my little homies. They like 16. And I was like, hell yeah, bro. I'm going to put them on too. So they danced. Then 20 Pounds came out and killed that shit.
That's so dope.
You know Justice, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Me and Justice, like, old school.
Justice, Bag of Tricks Cat, they bought tickets too.
No
shit.
And
then, like, everybody was buying tickets. And then that's where the respect came in. Then I dropped my mixtape that day. It was supposed to drop the day after, but I dropped it that day as a surprise. And then the tape just keeps growing, and then the hype just keeps going. And then the Rushmore videos coming out with all the AZ, all my young AZ artists, all my, you know what I'm saying, my niggas and shit. And just to show the unification and the strength and what we got coming on. And then I'm excited to see what that's coming on.
You guys fucking with the Arizona Hip Hop Festival? Speaking of Justice?
Yeah, he asked us to join it. He asked us to join it.
All right. No, it's cool, man. Me and Justice are homies. We go way back. You know, I actually, and I'm not saying this to brag or say anything off the cuff, but I started Respect the Underground with him. It used to be called the Underground Railroad. We started doing this shit together.
I remember that.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we started throwing shows at Joe's Grotto. I did the first 4 or 5 flyers. And, you know, we worked together a lot. And then we just kind of split ways because the Hip Hop House is something that's my series that I've done. We were in San Diego, Salt Lake City. We've done South by Southwest and all this other shit. So, you know, we were growing in opposite directions.
Yeah.
So it was a clean sever. But I got mad love for Justice. I've known him forever. 20 years. Like, pretty much officially 20 years of knowing this dude. So yeah, man, it goes. We go back, and I have respect for what he does. A lot of people from a lot of communities don't necessarily appreciate what he does because there's this misconception of there being a pay to play aspect to his shows or a ticket minimum, things like that. And I try not to get involved in those conversations because what I do know is
I want to have that conversation though.
Yeah. Okay. So we will.
I've had that conversation with him. He didn't take it very well.
Well, it depends on how you approach it because.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, trust me, because it's don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But pretty much, I had the same perception, right?
Yeah.
I had the same perception, like, damn, Justice is a snake, Justice is all this before, and then as I decided, I was like, I want to get into the promoter side, start throwing my own shows, start, you know what I'm saying, to make money and bring artists who aren't doing shows. Yeah, I just got started on that. So I was just talking to him and etc. And the more I took the artist side out of it and just went to the business aspect, I started to understand, like, actually, he's not snaking anybody.
He's not snaking.
He's not. It really
He's
is.
not.
You're paying. You are paying to play.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
But you're selling to make up. So
Yeah.
so you got like these tickets that basically essentially cost $10. You got to sell them for 12 or sell them for 15. You make $2 off a ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's that type of thing. Which, you know, I've done shows like that in the past in my life, and I've had good response from them. But then at the same time, like the first hip hop festival, you know, I helped Justice put that together. We were all part of this big team, and we had the hip hop house stage that was right in front. It was the out front stage. So we had the entire, they call it the backpacker community, you know, like the underground hip hoppers versus the people that want to blow up on some whatever shit. And we didn't have to sell any tickets. Nobody on my stage, because we were outside, like nobody had to sell tickets. I honestly think between the 32 acts that we had on my stage, not one ticket was sold. Which, at the end of the day, I was like, yo, this shit was so dope. It was so fun. We had crowds of 600-700 people just surrounding our stage. Yeah. But at the same time, I kind of felt dirty. I was like, yo, we had all these people that could have sold tickets, could have been that much better of an experience, but they weren't involved in the promotional aspect of it. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather be involved in something like that than be involved with something with 6 terrible MCs that can't fucking rap, and there were 10,000 people there. Because, you know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. We can all sit here and be like, you know, it makes sense from a business perspective. But at the end of the day, we're throwing shows, and if I were throwing a show, I want a good show for the audience.
Absolutely.
I want a good representation for Arizona.
That's actually the number one thing.
Because here's the thing, I went to shows growing up, maybe you too. I don't know if you go to a lot of concerts growing up, but I've
only been to 3 concerts.
Okay, word. Well, I would go to concerts, yo. Like, there was one that particularly stuck out to me was, I went to see Raekwon and Ghostface at the Marquee. Yeah. Doesn't get any better than that.
Exactly.
Yo, I don't know if I want to name names right now, but I know it was an RTU. It was an RTU artist.
Chill.
And yo, this dude was so bad.
What year was this?
This was probably like 2013 or something like that. Like the last time Ghost and Ray came through. It was so bad. It was a white dude who was doing like this horrorcore type shit. I was with like 3 of my homies. We were all looking at each other like, what is happening?
Yeah, we're gonna keep it.
And dudes already knew that I rapped.
The shit's gotta match, bro. The shit's gotta match.
No,
somewhat.
it wasn't
you know
even.
What I mean?
Here's the thing. Look, I'm not really a big fan of horrorcore. There are people like Necro. There are people like Eminem. There are people like Ill Bill and all types of people that can really do the horrorcore shit well. This dude was just an absolutely terrible MC, and the only reason he was on that stage was because he paid for the slot.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I can't fuck with that, and that's why.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, I grew up. I did not know. All these songs that I've been performing that people are getting into now, I could have linked up with you when I was 16 years old, and we could have been doing what we're doing now 4 years ago. But I didn't know that because I go to these shows, and you know what? I would leave those shows thinking, yo, this Arizona hip hop sucks.
Yeah,
there
man.
ain't no good.
Because those are the all ages shows, and they're like, sell tickets to everybody in your high school. These kids are slanging. That's why they have 800 or 900 people at those shows.
This was like a 40-year-old, this was like a 30, 40-year-old man up there rapping this shit though. But I was sitting there, I was like, if this is the best they could find for Ghostface and Raekwon, then that means we really don't got shit here. I didn't find any good rappers until I went to open mics and started being like, wow, people can actually rap here. They're just not allowed on shows because they can't sell that many tickets.
Yeah.
And it's like this because at the end of the day, like, I don't, like, because we can sit here and make, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but Justice's system is money driven first, I believe. Because if it wasn't, then the people, and that's not necessarily wrong.
That's where that's my disagreement with
It's different a perspective from artists.
Yeah.
But it's not wrong. I don't think it's wrong. But if you want to make some money, then you make money. But
it's wrong artistically.
Yeah, when I'm doing my shows, I'm not making artists pay, but I'm not giving them a cut until I have that correct check. And I think that's fine because I'm not making nobody pay at the same time. The fans getting a crazy experience. So it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, Justice is gonna do what he's doing. What we have to understand is whoever's going there is playing the role. Like if you Justice is Justice. He's not an artist. He's throwing the show. So if you take the time to say, you know what, I don't believe I can do it myself. Let me go work with him. So that's on you.
I'd rather just be dope and get hired by Cooling Out.
This is what I'll tell you guys from like, you know, seeing from the front row. There's people with artistic integrity, which is like yourself, Mr. Bungus, and like Unorthodocks. You guys have artistic integrity where you don't want to cheapen your shit by being on a show that doesn't match up with what you're doing, and it doesn't. You know what I mean? You have respect for what you do. So that's why it's crazy to me because I see 2 young dudes that are getting into throwing their own shows. That's actually how I got started doing like everything. Was I didn't want to be on wax shows, so I started throwing my own shows. I started doing this, you know, and it's like that's the path of the artist. I know I haven't succeeded with my music in the sense that, like, yo, everybody knows who fucking Nomad Hip Hop is, but I've had some really dope experiences. I've played with some dope motherfuckers. I've kicked so many fucking items off my bucket list, it's stupid.
That's what it's about.
You know what I'm saying? And from an artistic standpoint, it's really, really, really dope to see you young dudes, like, saying, all right, because so many people are fooled by this whole, and I'm not saying this towards Justice, I'm saying this towards the industry itself. Before Justice, there was Sean Healy. And I'm not saying Justice is even like that, because I know Justice better. He does that. Nobody loves hip hop the way that motherfucker loves hip hop. Like,
that's
I swear to God,
true too.
He has a passionate love for it, and it is like the realest shit. And he will hold it down for whoever the fuck he knows is real as fuck.
Factual.
So, okay, so there's that side, and then there's the what we call janky promoters. The janky promoters are the people that will sell an artist a dream and use their own inexperience, I suppose, or naive, yeah, exactly, and gullibility to be like, yo, this is going to be your big break. You're going to do this. You're going to play on this show with so and so who could be a semi-washed up, somewhat recent kind of poppin' rapper, but they're opening up with 11 other acts before the fucking headliner goes up, and they're all fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, that can be seen as incorrect, but what we have to understand is the artist also plays that part. Like,
absolutely.
You, as the artist, decided, I can't do this on my own. You, as an artist, decided you don't have the strength to do it, so you decided to go work with somebody else. At the end of the day, that's on the artist. I'll put 65% on the artist and put 35% on the Justice. Because I was 16 doing shit with Justice, and I realized, okay, like after 2 or 3, you know what I'm saying, I was like, okay, this doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? So I kept working, and now we out here selling souls by ourselves. That's what people don't understand. There's no person over here. There's no person over here. It's Jasson Abernathy, Jordan Demby, Jason, right? You know what I'm saying? And we doing it on our own. And that's what I'm trying to tell people is that you can do it on your own. So you can't put no blame or no anything on Justice, because at the end of the day, you went and did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Justice. It keeps growing because artists keep going.
He's providing a service, and actually, it's a beautiful service, because
it is.
We get to, if it wasn't for that service, Arizona would not have an Arizona Hip Hop Day. Like, literally, we have a holiday, a state holiday, like fucking gavel to the fucking thingy. Like, this says, this is Arizona Hip Hop Day.
Literally.
Yeah, which is dope as hell. And then we get to have a festival at Comerica Theater. People get to play on a stage that's bigger than anything. That stage swallows motherfuckers, dude. I've seen people get on that stage and they're like, I'm gonna fucking kill it. And they get on that stage and they look like a little baby walking across the stage and like trying to rap, and they're not used to hearing the echo of their own voice, and they just fuck the shit up.
I got a question though.
Yeah.
Who's the dopest rapper affiliated with Respect the Underground?
The dopest rapper affiliated with Respect the Underground?
Who's a dope rapper affiliated with Respect the Underground?
It depends. It depends.
This is what's fucked up. We already can't say nobody.
No.
Like, we're gonna say
no. I might have an answer, but it
answer?
depends on what you mean. Are we talking like songs? Because do you know who Derez Brown is?
Derez
Brown. Yeah, he's actually part of this.
He's a battler.
Yeah, he's dope.
And he's pretty tight.
Okay.
But I can't.
Just as long as you
I don't
rap.
know. Nobody else though. Like,
okay,
if we're gonna be honest,
what
nobody
I'm saying.
else.
Like, dudes been like this. If the organization is the biggest thing, they're booking. Last year I saw they're like, we have like 200 artists at our festival. I'm like, fuck that. We don't got 200 dope people in Arizona. Like, we got talent here, but not 200 people. Dope.
But that's the thing. Is that you walk around from stage to stage, and there's a couple memorable people that you'll see.
Like,
and
this
the rest
is the
of it is
reason
just,
why
noise.
Bungus goes. I've never had this experience personally, but this is why Bungus goes out of town. He gets clowned for being from Arizona. Because if anyone had ever been from Arizona, they'd go to a Respect the Underground show and be like, "What kind of whack ass garbage bullshit?"
Or they go to a hip hop house show and they go, "This is the realest shit I've ever."
Exactly.
When Bishop Lamont was there, bro, he was like, literally. We're gonna play the Bishop Lamont interview in a minute, but dude, he was like, "Yo, Arizona." There's no one at the fucking show. There was like 30 people there. And he's like, Arizona's so fucking hip-hop, I love coming here, blah, blah, blah. Because it depends where you look, you know what I mean? And to see the real shit, you gotta lift up the rug a little bit and be like, oh, okay.
Well, Justice is the rug. Or not Justice, but RTU is the rug, and Cooling Out is like underneath it. Like, I knew what RTU was my entire life, because if you Google Arizona hip-hop, RTU is the first thing that comes up. I didn't know what Cooling Out was until you booked me to be on a Cool and Out show.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole problem with it. Like, that's why it's like, we got this and we got... It's like
That's
when people
we're all
talk
a
about...
bunch of old dudes, bro. We're just a bunch of old dudes throwing shows. And you know what? We haven't really
that's
had...
you talking about the artists.
Oh, no, I'm talking about myself and
Talking about
my
Cool and
squad.
Out, it is,
The Cool and Out
That's
squad.
fine, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been
rock
doing
with
this shit
y'all.
for a long time. Like, literally, Lyrical Beatdown, the battle series that we're doing, is a continuation that ended in, like, 2004. You know what I'm saying? It was the first pickup. No, dude, like 2002. And it's like the first pickup since that day. So we just wanted to bring it back to see where people were at. You know what I'm saying? Like, do people still even enjoy this kind of battle? And to be honest,
way different now.
It's way different, and they do love it still. People still like the shit. It still gets everybody excited. But yeah. You know, it's cool because old people can... I'm saying old people like I'm like 90, 36 years old.
That's old in hip-hop.
That's
dude,
not
I'm
old. I don't think that's old.
It's old in hip-hop. Because hip-hop is
36?
so
Bro, I got a
young.
12-year-old
Hip-hop's so
son.
young. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like-
If you look at it as an age-based thing, I will never stop making hip-hop
Yeah.
music. I've made hip-hop music since I was 11 years old. I will never stop making it. I've taught my kids. I've been raising them in hip-hop. So, I mean, there's a lot that the older community can learn from the young community.
Yeah.
Because you guys are always bringing new, fresh energy. You know what I'm saying? Our shit, I could book a freaking old school act every week for the next year.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, I'm playing with this person, that person. But it's just not the same. It's not the same. The energy is not there. And I like the fact that when dudes like you guys come through, you bring a whole fresh new vibe, and it's fucking dope because it's authentic. It's hip hop.
Yeah,
it's real.
that's what it's about. And what a lot of people don't understand is that this rise is like a lot of people aren't documenting this rise as they should be. Like, I think, like, you think about 20. I think it started this year. We're gonna be honest. Like, last year, I remember tweeting. Like, I posted on my Instagram. You go to my Instagram wall. I said it was like June. June 2016. I was like, 2017 is gonna be the start, like the revolution of Arizona hip hop, and we're here in 2017, and it is moving because I don't know. I just feel like the more people that have come out and started doing their own thing, like credit to Larry Lynn and True Illuminati, those guys.
Yeah.
Like, those guys are out there doing their thing, like
Yeah.
just doing it on their own. You know what I'm saying? And I think that inspires people. And at 20 pounds, we've inspired a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And especially the fact that we're so young.
Yeah.
So so I think what it is about, it's about just igniting that fire in people. Like, you can go ahead and do this. Like, before 20 pounds was announced, like, there was so many different groups that weren't here before. And when 20 pounds got announced and we started moving a certain way, like, a lot of people started moving that certain way too. And that's not me saying people are jocking me. Like, never. I'm saying
it's a movement.
inspiration.
It's that natural movement of a real situation.
And that's what the point was. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to show people, like, first, you don't have to be a weirdo rapping on some fucking weird shit that you talking about, some shit you don't do to succeed. You don't. None of us rap about shit like that.
None of y'all got face tattoos.
None of us got face. We all some normal. I mean, we're not super normal, but we all some.
That ain't
people
no normal hairdo, dog.
Yeah, for real. We all
immerse. That's it.
He's the only dude that got the normal hair, but the whole group. We all just we all just fucking. You know what I'm saying? We're just got smart minds. You know, I play the leadership role, you feel me? So we have that guidance, that direction where we going. So
I just thought of such a dope, like, graphic idea for y'all. It's like a t-shirt with, like, each of y'all hair on it. Just like
I've never thought about that.
Big ass. I don't even know the Anderson Varejao joint that Shrub got going on. You know what I'm saying? Got Crust.
That would be sick as
Crust got the Unorthodocks look going. You know what I mean? I got the Crust look going.
And then Pete got the fucking Bart Simpson spike.
But it would work because he's the only he's the only normal haircut. Then it's like, they know who it is. You know what I mean? When they see one normal haircut next to the dreads, the floppy do, and the Anderson Varejao, they already know who it is. It's 20 pounds in the cut.
Yeah, man, we just do it. I don't know. I think we just had the advantage because I realized that a lot of my contemporaries, the people that are my age, are not students of the game at all.
Yeah.
So it just makes my job like 50,000 times easier.
Oh, yeah, it does.
And then, like, when, you know what I'm saying? Because we move, like, everything believe it or not, every single thing we have done this year was planned in March.
Yeah.
This whole year has been planned out step by step. That's why every time like something comes out and then something comes out right after that and then something happens right after that. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit was planned out already.
That's so
and I think if more people moved like that, the scene would take a, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
we had I don't know, we've had to deal with a whole lot of adversity, especially from the people that have actually made it out of Arizona and went somewhere.
Yeah.
They don't show us the love that we deserve, and they shoot us down.
Yeah. Who are some of the Arizona artists that you guys look up to as far as Arizona?
I look up to none.
Okay.
I respect.
Who do you respect as Arizona artists?
Oh, you mean like
locally?
Arizona?
Yeah, like.
Oh, I thought you meant like going up.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I spent many. Unorthodocks, Emma Dupree, Teddy Oso, help me out. Splash Fuego, Catman's Q, Fresco, all the products of Infamy. So many, yeah.
Just artists.
Siren,
MCs,
Samantha,
MCs,
there's Siren.
DJs.
Kaylee Morg actually just blew the fuck up. She got signed by Republic.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dope.
Same label as Post Malone and all those guys. They're about to kick off her shit in a second.
I was telling them about Slogan the other day.
I've never heard of Slogan.
Yeah, they ain't seen it. I was telling them when I was talking about throughout, I didn't know there were dope rappers here until I started going to open mics. Slogan was the one that showed it to me, or proved it to me. When I saw him go up on stage, I'm like, God damn, there's actually people in Arizona that can rap. Like,
there
you know,
are some really dope rappers.
The same way I can rap, you know what I mean? Which I hadn't heard that before. You would think going to a Ghost and Ray show, you'd see that. But you gotta dig for the talent here.
Hold on, let me hold up. Fuck. Okay, Emma Dupree, Trip Rex, Teddy. That's Crown Sound. Teddy Oso, Slater Black. Fuck! Slater Black's one of the coldest motherfuckers out here. Oh my God, Slater Black. You have to look into
I will.
it.
I definitely will.
Nah. It's not like the sound and everything isn't professional. Like the mixing is not there and shit.
I don't care.
But exactly, if you really just love the music, he's great, and he's my age. He's my age.
Yeah.
Slater Black. Lord Raw, he's only like 17. He just turned 17. So crazy. They're called LGDA Records. Then you got Samantha, which is Siren. She's about to drop her first project. She's amazing. Then you got Products of Infamy, which is Fresco. You got Huey on there. You got all types of so many great artists on Products of Infamy. Then you got Splash and Q. These dudes are I would say they're probably the best performers I've seen. Every time they get on a show, it's nuts. It doesn't matter who's out there. It doesn't matter who doesn't know them. It's crazy. And they're like a year younger than me. All these people are under 22.
Your generation's gonna just like be kicking people out the way.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. And that's why when I dropped this Rushmore video, that's what I wanted to show. Because I didn't know how else to say it. Like, I don't have enough power to make a tweet about somebody, and you know what I mean. So this video is like how I wanted to do it. Like, I got all those guys.
When does that video drop?
October 2nd.
October 2nd.
Yeah, he's in it too. They got everybody in it. So that and then there's more too. But I'm like, fuck, drawing a blank. There's some really I know a lot, but I'm talking about people that are actually worth listening to.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. No, I get it.
These are all authentic, like, really good people.
I'm gonna play this back later, and I'm literally gonna write down.
They're all good. They're all great.
That's why you hit record.
Yeah, exactly.
Splash and Q.
There we go.
Well,
Splash and Q.
That's why you got me here. That's why you got me here for the technical advice.
Splash and Q are more new age shit, like more hype. Like they play that role, but it's really good though. I like it.
Yeah,
because I like that new age shit too. But everybody else is like really authentic. They're all lyricists. The people I've named, all of them are lyricists, and they all just make different styles of music. They're all really good. Yeah,
that's so dope.
So
that's the true trait of an artist, bro. Yeah, that's the true trait. Is does their music sound like them, or does it sound like somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. That you're able to name off that many people.
Yeah,
and I heard like none of those names in my life ever before.
I feel like there's more, man, but I can't put my finger on it.
You know what, dude? There's probably another community, another scene that's thriving just like yours somewhere else, but maybe they're a couple years younger or something, and they're just waiting for their moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is crazy, dude, because I feel like hip hop is totally turning into something that people are raised in. You know what I mean? Like before, it was once someone turns like 13 or 14, they start getting into hip hop and they start listening to it, and I like this music. There's not many people that were raised where their parents were like hip hop heads. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop's 40 years old. It's a little over 40 years old now.
It's really
so that
young.
means like your parents' age probably like people grow up listening to hip hop now. When I was growing up, it was, you know, rock and roll, soul music, all that shit. So fucking hip hop was very, very young.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, this is dope. What I got to do right now though, because I have to play this, because I said I would. Say what?
Lamont?
Yes, Bishop Lamont. And this is an interview that Salute did at the show last weekend. You got to sit down with him. And,
all right, man. It's a pleasure speaking with you, of course. So, brother, man, I was first and foremost, definitely, I went back and checked out your last project. Once again, it's excellent.
Thank you, sir.
From the music to the lyrics, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
I love the Reformation?
Exactly.
Oh, yes, thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you.
2016, but we still into 2017.
Yes. We're just warming up.
Exactly. How far into the tour are you? How many playing? How many?
We haven't even started yet. We haven't even started yet. We got Atlanta on the 3rd. We got something in my hometown, me and Raz, and then after that we really start. I can't even say because they're still getting dates together and all that shit. So I'm just
okay. Yeah. Just letting it be what it is.
I have no idea.
Hey, it's all good. I see you've been focused on your next project anyway, the Tunnel Vision.
Tunnel Vision, and then Mad Bishop, me and Mad Lib. Me and Raz Cass got a joint, Kill Yourself, and then me and Ryu from Styles of Beyond, Bad Cop. So it's a lot of stuff coming.
Okay, are we looking at like the release dates being soon? Or are we looking at like upcoming?
What I've learned in the power of being independent is we just decide.
That's beauty.
It's all about collecting and creating and just accumulating all the right proper soul protein and proper vibrations for what the world needs. So we just take it, day by day, step by step. I love being able to create in a space where it's not urgency on time, and when these people keep fooling themselves with talking, I gotta stay relevant, I gotta do this and that, and they're just throwing out just add water music and microwave rap. I'm not concerned with that. My philosophy from everything that I've experienced up to this point, what I'm growing to know is it's all about building pyramids. The Reformation is a pyramid. Everything that we talked about in 2016, releasing that, is happening right now. From hurricanes to the upheaval in society of politics to racism to terrorist acts, just you name it, the Reformation got it. So it's about being, I aspire to do great works like Bob Marley. I aspire to do great works like Donny Hathaway and OJ's, what was it called? Music in Our Message. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just create, man. Yes, I have the opportunity to work with my heroes, with my peers. So that's all I care about.
For sure. Well, what about those 700 songs that you had? Because I seen that too. You just got those. So what you plan on doing with those?
Well, a lot of stuff already came out. And other stuff is just, it's not meant to. We'll see what happens.
Just building with it.
No, I mean even still, like, that's the past.
Yeah.
A lot of people are so interested in trying to force things and going, what about this? What about that? It's like, something that I learned from Dre and even in recent discussions was some things is just for us and some things for that time. And if it didn't happen, it wasn't supposed to happen.
Right.
So it's just about creating what's for now. And if something does go, that makes sense to be released now, then I'll look to that. But I'm always looking fast forward. And I'm looking to the millennia ahead. I'm looking to where, what does the universe dictate to me to say we need to create?
That's for sure, man, because Prince had all them in the vault. He just left them in the vault. He didn't need to put them out.
A billion in the vault, and I'm not even a speck of what that man is.
Exactly.
I say is because he still exists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's,
Exactly.
So I'm like, I don't worry about that.
Hey, at the end of the day, though, it's all about perception, man. You could be, the next best. You could be Prince to one kid that's sitting in his room right now with his headphones on, listening to the Reformation. You know what I'm saying? Learning and trying to be the next artist. So, I don't want to say scale you as far as what Prince did versus what you did.
Oh no, brother. I can never, compare and contrast is poison for your own system.
Yeah, man.
I never try to compare myself, but I aspire to be great like these men.
Understood.
But they walk their steps. They breathe their breath, and they've left their carbon footprint in every way, in every aspect.
Yeah.
And all I can do is marvel at the greatness.
For sure.
I just do what I do in honor of them.
Straight up, man.
That's it.
You know what? And that's a great point, man. You said the stuff that you learned from Aftermath, and just as of late, especially you being an independent artist, you going from Aftermath to an independent.
Well,
like, what have you learned?
Before Aftermath, see, that's the difference. People don't understand. That was the cherry on top of what I already had achieved.
I just knew you were a young cat. What were you, like 13, 14 when you first got speaking with them, right?
No. like 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
People don't understand the groundwork, and you know, me and Snoop's little brother Bing, we used to be in Snoop's garage making our demos.
Oh, man.
We've been around, you know, doing stunt work on videos, being a production assistant, extra work, you know, driver, so much stuff before that. So, you know, it's all about paying dues and really being a master of your craft. So even before I came to Aftermath, I had been blessed to go to New York and Red Spider, DJ Clark Kent, Dame Dash. I mean, you name it. I went through the ranks and went through the work, you know what I'm saying, of paying my dues, you know, Wake Up Show, Friday Night Flavors, Project Blow, Good Life. There's a lot of groundwork.
Yeah.
When it came to Dre, that was just because the work was recognized. That's not what activated it.
Right.
When I came to Aftermath, I already knew Dilla.
It was just keeping
I already knew all these cats. You see what I'm saying? So I was bringing already to the table what I had earned and got the respect of. These brothers and sisters that work with me, it wasn't on the merit of, oh, he signed with Dre. I was already rocking with all these cats. And then here it was, this is the way to launch it. So then when I learned there and all the work added to what it is now. But the part I never wanted was the politics. Was the business. I just want to keep everything pure. And when it comes to business, if it's not allocated the way that is respectful to what it's about, it's the art, it's going to backfire. So now for me, it's like, yo, it's all fun. That's it.
I love the
we
transitions.
We don't make our money,
so
but we get to inspire the people like what the real gift is.
Doing the
people
right way.
Forget that words are powerful.
Exactly.
And putting it behind music makes it even more powerful. And what you're putting into the universe, you manifest.
Good.
So be careful with what you're giving to the people. You either giving them health food or you giving them that fast food bullshit, you know what I'm saying, full of carcinogens and whatnot.
Exactly.
You're going to give them poison. I opt for, I want to give you the best meal. I want to be the lyrical Dr. Sabi. I want to give you everything to uplift you. That's the nourishment.
For sure, man. For sure. And, you know, and that's what we should all strive for, man, for sure. Like, so with you doing...
If you want to. We should.
Yeah, we
but
should.
Everybody got their own agenda, man. What you in it for?
I'm in it for, man.
Not you directly, but go ahead, tell them.
Well, shoot. I mean, what I'm in it for is the same thing that you would be, to try and make sure these magical words go to the right place and go and head our society to the right direction, man. I feel like as an artist, we all should have that responsibility of having our word as bond. And
message.
And we should all make sure that we can maintain and make sure that we can try and build on what we had, because they've taken so much from the culture. As the people that you've named, they're our forefathers, as well as, I mean, you at this point, you're OG to me, man.
Oh, thank you,
So,
sir.
you know, hey, man, you put, like you said, you put in the groundwork, bro. So with that being said, you know, we just got to continue on with that, you know, especially with the way that everything's looking right now with the streaming and all that. We got to make sure we don't lose ourselves in the business aspect, because the independent game has become so business oriented, you can lose yourself in that alone. So I mean, that's what I wanted to ask you too, going from Aftermath to independent. Did you feel like you had to put on more of a business cap on?
I was independent even when I was at Aftermath.
That's so true.
How about that? How about that?
For sure, man. Well, I'm glad the monkey's off your back at least, man.
Yeah, man, it's fun now.
And
I can go see Dre and just hang out. There's no politics.
That's beautiful.
There's no stress. It's none of that bullshit.
Just homies.
We can just laugh and we can zone and I can learn. And I can put out what I want to put out. I don't have to go ask somebody for permission when I can put out an album. I don't have to ask, is this the single? You know what I'm saying?
No clearance.
I know who I am.
And you can just do what you want to do and know you're comfortable.
Direct to consumer, direct to the heads. I'm there. There's no veil. There's no veil. There's no buffer. It's just you and the people. And give the people what they need. That's the fun. So it's like the spook that sat by the door. I'm still CIA. I still know everything that goes on, but at the same time, we rebel resistance. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean,
Return of the Jedi. That's what we about. We gotta inspire, man.
You do. I mean, if you gotta take it into your own hands, if the forces that be want to prevent, you feel me?
That's life. If you're not taking it into your own hands, what are you doing? If you're not living for self and making your own choices,
like you
then
say,
you're
you
not
should,
really living.
but you know,
right,
everybody
you
got their
should,
agenda.
but everybody's gonna make their decisions, and they're gonna be motivated by their agenda, and you know, it can go one way or the other. Thankfully for me, I was always of sound mind and body of what I reflect. I mean, what I represent, and it's reflective. It's in the music. So I've built my pyramids, and I continue to build my pyramids, and they'll be standing long after me. And a lot of people will marvel and still try to figure out, what does it mean? What do they do inside here? You know what I mean? But the frequencies, the vibrations speak for themselves.
And keep on building, brother. That's all I can say, man. I don't want to take up too much, man.
Oh, man, it's love, man.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure, man. I'm glad you can.
Yes, Bishop Lamont On the cleanup crew, thank you, salute. That was a good interview.
That was a great interview. Don't
Knowledge,
shortchange that. That was one of the best interviews I've heard with a rapper, honestly, especially in that type of.
Yo,
10,
Bishop
15
Lamont
minutes
is like
or
that,
whatever.
bro. Like the whole
Unbelievable.
time you talk to him, he's dropping knowledge on you. He is like someone I would consider like a unspoken gatekeeper to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain people that like you talk to them and you just learn as you talk and shit, and that's just how he is. At the battles, he was sitting there with his arm around me and prof like, yo! And then when people were taking forever, like just not rapping very well, he's sitting there like just dying. He was part of it, bro. He's part of the experience.
He's just hip hop as fuck, basically. He's just for the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? None of the.
He's dropping a lot of fucking bombs.
None of the celebrity, none of the wealth, none of that changed.
What's funny about that is, so I made this is not off topic actually. This like leads into what I'm gonna say. I ended up tweeting about Futuristic because Futuristic's been tweeting about Arizona, like how he, like you've seen it, have you?
There's some of it, like in the past, not recently. I don't know.
No, right now.
Oh, right now he's saying
like
some shit.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, damn.
He's
what's
all
he
like,
saying?
damn, Arizona's tight, like shit like that. So I felt disrespected because I'm like, bro, like you want to come back now that the rise is coming up and what you doing ain't working out. So I made sure to tweet that, you know what I'm saying? And then injury reserve. Because I said something about injury reserve too. Yeah. Like I was like, he's going to do the same shit and injury reserve is going to try to come back and do the same shit. Because they disowned us a little while ago.
Oh, yeah, they did in the New Times. Dude, they talk shit about like, well, I don't want to say too much, but they were just like.
There's no scene.
Yeah, there's no scene.
And what's fucked up.
They said we're the only good rappers here.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
Yeah, that was in 2015.
Yeah, and even if you go to their SoundCloud, it says, if you look at their location, it says United States. It's not like Arizona, Tempe, none of that shit. They're like, don't even acknowledge they're from here or nothing.
So I got into an engagement with Richie from Injury Reserve.
Yeah.
We were going back, it's a light-skinned dude. We was going back and forth or whatever, but it was like really respectful, really, you know?
Yeah.
And he was saying like, oh, well, we felt that way at that time because this was in 2014, 2015. He's like, oh, there was nothing like here or whatever. And that is true. We just got done talking about the Joe's Grotto shit. You feel me?
What do you mean?
So how there was like, if you weren't deep under the rug, like you guys say, it's like you didn't know.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying though. You feel like if you're an artist in the scene though, and you're on that type of platform, you shouldn't be making those types of bold, broad statements when you ain't even looked under the rug. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's like. I don't know about other people. I'll take personal offense. I've been making mixtapes and releasing shit since like 2014. You know what I mean? But obviously they don't know about me. But that's the whole point. They don't know.
And
about
I told them.
you,
I
they
told
don't know
them
about me.
I told them that was irresponsible of you to say that.
Yeah.
And basically he was just saying, everything. I didn't mean it. Like he didn't mean it, but he was. No, hold on. I fucked up. He meant to say like it wasn't perfect what I said, but that's how I felt. And then we got into a conversation in my inbox, and he was just. I kind of started to understand like. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can understand where he was coming from as far as there's no scene. Because you think about it, this was in March when he said that there was no scene. And at that time, there was nobody really, like, coming. Because you got to remember, they weren't here.
Yeah.
They were gone when they said that. It is irresponsible to say that, but you can understand that when they say there's no scene in Arizona. In March of 2017, like that's when it started coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
they didn't even just say there's no scene though. I'm pretty sure they said we're the only good rappers here.
They said that in 2015.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
They were on No Jumper.
But if he's coming around now and he's like you politely call him out and he acknowledges it, you shouldn't have to be called out on that sort of thing. You should just know if you start to realize if you find another dope rapper or whatever. Because I got old tracks of mine where I say similar stuff to that because I wasn't aware. But nobody needed to call me out on those tracks. I can just sit here on my own, like Richie or whatever. He should just come out when he realized later and been like, "Yo, remember that shit I said in that interview? Yeah, that was wild, irresponsible. There's actually a bunch of dope cats." Like,
but that wasn't an interview. In a song, like, dude, I know some of the dopest MCs in Arizona, like Tirade and Mega Ran, those dudes who are fucking killer. And I'll still put in a song like, "Yo, I'm the best rapper in AZ," knowing damn well that I'm not even fucking close. But
that's competition.
That's the difference. So saying that in a song is one thing. Saying that shit in an interview where you're basically okay. So you get interviewed by New Times and you're feeling like a superstar and you're just like, Arizona fucking sucks. And honestly, in 2013, 2014, 2015, Arizona has had some hitters. A lot of them go out of state.
Rocky's been around.
Yeah, Rocky's been around since as far back as I can remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is dope.
But how many stay? I'm not even stay, but how many put on though?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
That's the point, because
yeah,
they do end up doing something, but then they leave.
Yeah.
Yo, to be honest, Rocky fucking hates the AZ scene also. I don't know.
Exactly.
He's always been.
Yeah, like, we used to be cool. Like, he used to tell me all the time, like, yo, don't fuck with these cats. These cats ain't about it. Like, you know what I mean?
And like, I felt that way too, because there's no. It seemed like there was no support.
Yeah.
But like. So what I did was I was just like, okay, there's no support, so let me build myself up and show support.
Absolutely.
And then that came 360. Now that everybody's like, oh yeah, everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not about a competition. Most like, and at least in my circle, like the big spectrum, like it's not about competition within there. It's about let's put out great music and let's help each other.
Yeah,
and that's where the growth came in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
just keep
what
doing
was
that.
my original point? I brought that up
just from him talking shit. Are just the people from Arizona that blow up and they don't.
It was something that he said.
To do with Bishop Lamont?
Yeah, he said something that made me think about that and tied into it to what I was going to say, but I had to say that for it to make sense.
Yeah, you were saying about futuristic and how he now is kind of reeling back in towards the Arizona thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay, so... Well, anyway.
I felt this whole discussion, regardless of whether we find the point or not, this was still dope to hear about.
All right, cool. But yeah, so technically, I've been talking to that dude, like, and turns out, Richie from Injury Reserve. Not futuristic. Fuck no. Fuck no. But Injury Reserve, I've been talking to that dude, and he was just talking to me. He was dropping a lot of that's my point.
Yeah.
I was talking to him, and he was saying these things like, and I asked him questions. I was like, so. When did you? Because we've been doing a really good job, but there's always room for reassurance. So I was like, when did you realize that it was your time? Like, when did you realize, like, oh fuck, like, whether? Because as artists, we don't know how far we've really come. Only they know.
Yeah.
So I was like, when did you realize that it's time? And he was like, when people you don't know start hitting you, when people you don't you've never even heard of start coming to your shows, you start packing it out and shit. And he was like, when we sold out the Crescent Ballroom, that's when I knew. And I was like, okay. And I was saying, because he was telling me how to go about shit, like as far as releases and etc. Like he was saying, like the point, because he's been checking for me this whole time. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But he was saying the point that you're at, don't drop too much, and if you do drop, it has to be better than the last. All these things, right? And I was thinking, like, damn, like, everything you saying, I've already known, we've already been doing.
Yeah.
And the reason why I brought this up was because he was saying all these things, and it's like reassurance because he's at where he's at.
Yeah.
Injury reserves where they're at. Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? My team is going
where you're going.
Yeah. And then we all believe in the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how, like,
it's the artistic mind versus the... There is a path that every artist is on, and if you can clearly see the path that you want to be on, you're going to see success. You know what I mean? The best MCs that I know that have seen the best successes have been the ones that have had a strategy. They've had some sort of, whether it be like, I'm going to get on Team Backpack, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, and they plan for it and they just do it. It's what is it? The power of now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
law of attraction.
Dude, there's so many people that they'll sit there and they'll dream about, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then there's people that, like, they don't really talk about it that much. They just fucking do it, and that's what a lot of these people have in common. You know what I'm saying? Every good artist I've ever met, and I've met my idols, bro. Like people that I grew up listening to, and the mindset is always very similar across the board.
Yeah,
the personalities are different, but the mindset is the same.
Exactly. Like everything changed when I was like, okay, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it at this time, and there's no talk about it.
Yeah.
And ever since I've been developing that mind, I've had that mind state. Ask him, like, I've said some wild shit before this whole 20 pounds thing's really kicked off. Every single thing I said was gonna happen, it came to true, because it's not that I'm saying it like, oh, I'm just saying it. It's the fact that I'm saying it, putting it out there, putting the vibrations out there, like you said, and then doing it. Yeah. And then because you think about it, those mind, like the reason why we meet people is because your thoughts are vibrations. So every thought that you put out there, you're gonna find like minds, and then you'll clash. And it's just like that. Like we just said, like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you know what I'm saying. That all ties back to the justice thing. Like you have to have that belief in yourself, and you won't need to do shit like that. You won't need to pay to play. You just gotta put the work in.
And a lot of people, rappers, a lot of young rappers, they have the mindset that it's just gonna happen for them. Like they're gonna start making music, and it's just someone's gonna come knock on the door. Hey, I heard your song on YouTube. Or, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that's not how it works.
It doesn't. Even if you got like 100,000 views on your shit, like if you have I know people. I'm not gonna say any names, but I know artists who have so many fucking plays or whatever on their shit, right? And then you go do a show, and like 6 people show up. And it's because like. Though it's like 2 different sides of the spectrum. That's what I learned in New York from OGs that were there. They were saying like respect in the street and respect on the internet are 2 different things. Totally you gotta have both. And like it's just like that. Like, the reason why a lot of my contemporaries aren't succeeding like we are is because they're not students of the game. And you can learn all these things from the people who came before you. They'll just fucking tell you.
So let me ask you this: as a young artist, how did you learn so much about the hip hop? I don't want to call it the industry because it's not necessarily the industry. It is the game. You know what I'm saying? There's a game that has to be played.
100%.
Where did you start realizing certain moves that you knew you had to make or certain mindsets you knew you had to have? Because a lot of young people don't have those types of mindsets.
For one, my mom, I think it's because like when I grew up, I was always like a fucking weirdo. So it was already there. Like I was always the outcast of everything. So me being like, my mom always told you have to be sure of who you are. Speak your mind and don't hold your tongue. You know what I'm saying? And just shit like that. And I always grew up as a person who wanted to help people. Like I didn't know what, like when I was younger, I always told my mom I wanted to be a preacher.
No shit.
And that's funny. When I was like 3-4 years old, I wanted to be a preacher. And in the end, I became one in a sense. So it's like, growing up, I always had that instilled in me, like that strength of belief in myself. And then the leader aspect as well. My mom always told me I had to be a leader, that aspect as well. And then as I kept making music, the type of person I am, I never make the same mistake twice. If I make a mistake, I'm never gonna make that mistake again.
That's dope.
So I made mistakes like growing up, and I started really early. I started when I was 15, and then started putting music out when I was 16. So I make certain mistakes, like going through the justice thing. I went through the whole Respect the Underground shit when I was 16 with JD, and you know what I'm saying. So I learned like there's this scene, like you have to, at that time you had to go through justice if you had that mind state. So after that I was like, fuck it, man, like this isn't working out, I'm gonna try it my own way. And then after I started, we just kept releasing music, etc., and meeting people. And it's about what a lot of people don't understand. One of the biggest things, I say the top 2 things about this rap shit is networking and then persona. Those are the 2 biggest things. Like me being me is already a persona because I've always been an outcast. So you're not gonna find nobody like me because I'm already fucking weird. You know what I mean? And like me growing up, it turned from people roasting me because I was weird to people like embracing me because I was weird. So like that gave me
that's
more
always
confidence.
The way it goes, man. And that's what I tell my kids. I got a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, almost 13 and 11. That's crazy. But anyway, they're going through. My son's in 7th grade, my other son's in 5th grade, and they're going through this stuff where they're both musicians, they're both artists, and they feel weird, they feel nerdy, they get made fun of for the dumbest shit. And I'm like, yo, don't worry, once you get to a certain age, these are the qualities that people are actually going to be almost envious about. Because my son Noah can sit down and he knows how to use these machines and micros, and the kid can play piano, and he knows how to make incredible beats. He is a producer, like in his blood. And I'm like, don't worry, you're good. You're good. Just keep strong with what you're doing. And it sounds like you know, that's the kind of upbringing that you had. It's like, you can be weird. It's okay to be weird. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be different. And a lot of people, they struggle to fit in, and they fight that fight to fit in.
You fight it,
part of that.
And that's the problem. Bro. Like when I grew up, my mom always told me speak your mind. And what's crazy about the way I grew up, that caused friction between me and my family, because me and my family don't see any shit like the same way. So like when I would be questioning, I grew up like a hardcore Christian. So like I got to a certain age, and this mentality is in my head, so I'm like, I started questioning it. And that caused a lot of friction between me and my family, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But as I got older and kept growing my knowledge and started learning about other religions, etc., like now I don't follow a religion at all. I'm not an atheist because that's a religion in itself, but I don't.
Okay, so I'll tell you this. I've been atheist, I mean, like my whole life. I dabbled in religion as a kid when I, like, the mother of my children, her family's super religious.
Yeah.
I could not, dude. I tried. I did audio and visual at this church. It was like a mega church up in Scottsdale, and I did all their audio and video shit for like 3 years. And I tried so hard to understand like what faith was and like what all that stuff was. And something in my mind would not let it like resonate. I couldn't just believe it and feel what it. I would look down and see people with their hands in the air like crying over Jesus songs. No offense towards people that like that stuff because I respect the fact they have that kind of faith. But I would just be like, I don't get it. And
because you don't get it because, like, if you wanted to be straight up, you don't get it because it's bullshit.
That's the part of it that I
all
get.
Those,
you know
I promise you, all those, like, the law of attraction is crazy.
Yeah.
The earth doesn't know good and wrong. So when you put those vibrations out there, you get whatever the fuck you ask for. You're going to be in a fucking church feeling like something's in you because you believe that shit. Or that powerful. That's just bullshit. You're not getting fucking like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I've seen so many people go on there and act like they're getting fucking saved. Like, it's crazy. Like, don't get me wrong.
Bro, have you seen the video with the dude with the jacket who's just whipping motherfuckers and they're just falling over? That shit takes faith, bro.
I was just talking to my fucking girl about this like yesterday, and we were talking about like how
I want that jacket.
How do people like end up religious and shit? And I was like, or you know, how do so many people believe this? Because she comes from a very religious, like extended family. Bungus said basically confirmed shit to me. Where I was just like, I don't want to offend. I'm just gonna be 100. Was like, you just gotta be kind of stupid. Like here's the thing. Like
it's an ignorance. It's not a stupidity. It's a.
But here's the thing. Jason was raised, as he said, hardcore Christian. All this stuff was instilled in him, but he knew to question something. Because here's the thing. If you question religion, like, at all, basically, that's why you're not allowed to question it. Because all you gotta do is question it for, like, 10 seconds to realize it don't make no damn sense no more. You're like, wait, all the animals on one boat? What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
I got a crazy-ass fucking story about that.
He, like, confirmed that to me, basically, because he's a smart dude. He was raised religious, but he'll be like, yo, this don't make no fucking sense.
What it is, actually, it's not the book. The book has gems.
Oh yeah,
and this is
definitely,
facts.
Definitely.
Every book has crazy gems. It's about the people. The people. When it comes to religion, is we're all telling the same fucking story, but our ego wants us to make it our own. So we make up these prophets that are images of us and etc. But really, what's crazy about the Noah's Ark? Peep this shit, bro. I came with a crazy ass theory, right? So you got the Ark, right? You clearly can't put two of every fucking animal in the Ark. Now,
even one.
Exactly. So the Sumerian tablets say that. This is like the original version of the Bible, like Sumerian tablets. Like they got in the art and like the fucking and the pyramids and all that shit. So what they say is Noah's father which is Enoch, asked his mother, "Is this my son or is it their son?" And when he was born with glowing eyes. I don't know what that means, glowing skin. You know, what we gotta understand is they spoke differently. So it's different perception. So we can't read it.
They have their own slang.
Yeah, we can't read it directly because we won't get it. You gotta take it metaphorically. So they asked that, right? And basically, I'm not gonna get soupy, but basically, the Sumerian tablets, you know, Noah in all the books, and Noah is the father of our civilization. So what they were saying is, imagine this. Right now, we got bunkers in fucking Antarctica and Alaska. These aren't like conspiracy theories. These are like, you know, they got just in case there's a global catastrophe. You take the DNA of every plant, right? The DNA of every species, and you put it inside the bunker, right?
Oh shit!
So you think about this, and you think about all the things the ancient people have seen, all this technology they've gone through. Like even today, we can't like perfectly symmetrically cut a tree. But they could. These people could build pyramids and all this shit. We can't do that to this day. So it's like they had more advanced technology.
Have you ever seen that big... Oh no, go ahead. Finish.
So imagine, right? Two of every animal in a fucking ark. What I think it was two of the DNA of every animal in the ark. And then Noah came out as the father of the next civilization and planted the world.
That could be.
That makes way more sense.
That does actually make way more sense.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I watch these videos. I'm an Amazon Prime member, so I get all the fucking dope videos. There's like these big granite rocks with perfectly circular drilled holes all the way through them that carbon date back like 3,000 to 5,000 years. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, there's no technology that can do this. This is crazy. And like, you're like, what? You know, I don't get it.
Steve Irwin thinks?
Yeah, no,
that's the crocodile hunter
bro,
thinks on the subject.
all these things are from like the BBC and shit. Like it's BBC or like Nova. But like there's so many. There's this one. It's in South America. Somewhere near like Machu Picchu or something or whatever it's called.
That shit happens.
Bro, it's called the 12 Faces of Civilization. And there's 12 faces, and one face represents like it looks like a black dude. Another face looks like a white dude. Another one looks like an Asian dude. Another one looks like all this.
Sculptures?
Yeah, they're just there's
like
it's like
Easter Island heads.
No,
you're not talking
no.
about
This
that.
is like whatever has 12 corners. I don't know what that shape is called. Like it's like a hexagon. Yeah, like dodecahedron.
That might be a
or something.
dinosaur.
I don't fucking know. But in each corner, yo, we're running out of time. Oh no, we got 12 minutes. But yo. Each corner has a different head, and then there's the one head that nobody recognizes, and it's the head. It has a beak of like a bird, and there's this other thing where when people take like DMT and stuff. I'm not really into drugs. I don't do that stuff. But when people like take DMT, they always talk about seeing like a blue, lengthy bird, like and it comes in. It's like, yo, I'm the bird of like civilization, and like, dude, this shit. I've seen so many, bro. I've seen so many documentaries about this that I'm almost like, yo, this shit might have been the truth.
Yeah, because this is the only difference between us, and this is the biggest difference between us and the ancient people that slacks our progression. They had no belief in what was real and what was fake. Yeah. We have such a firm belief of what is real and what is fake, and that's our problem.
Yeah.
Like, all these religious books, all we have to do is actually sit there, clear our mind, sit down, and really look at it for what it is. And understand that some is manipulated.
Yeah.
Like the whole faith bullshit, that's the biggest bullshit ever.
Prosperity gospels?
Yeah, like,
that's what I hated, bro,
like,
about churches is the... And that's like that Joel Osteen dude who like he preaches like if you give money you're gonna get something good back to you, and then he turns people away that were flooded out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
the whole shit is so
it's bullshit.
And y'all know
especially
the
those
definition. Y'all know the definition of faith, right? Like in the dictionary,
to believe in something even though there's no burden of proof or any proof.
That's exactly what it is.
Bullshit.
So you're literally telling people to just believe blindly.
Yes,
that's the definition when people say show
dumbest
faith,
shit in the
have
world.
faith.
And
it's like just keep believing this, even though all logic otherwise.
And check this, like I do believe in believing in what's not there, but the difference between that and like the Bible is like when you believe something that's not there and then put in the work to get there, you can do that. You can't believe in nothing. Like you have to wait for God to come to you. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't work. Like I believe there's only one truth. And everything, all these different religions and etc. bring you closer to that one truth. And it's nothing like you don't have to call yourself shit. That's the problem that everybody has. Everybody wants to call themselves something. Yeah. And that's where the ego shit comes in, and that's where identification shit comes in. Yeah. But but we got hella off topic. Like when we've been all day, but really, I think I turned. It was the 2016 year when I very first started. When I very first realized that, okay, I had to try something different. Yeah. So instead of doing the audio, I was like, all right, let me try something else. I started doing freestyle videos. And a lot of people don't know is I did my first freestyle video, which was cool or whatever. I did my second freestyle video and it almost went viral on Facebook. No shit. Yep. I was going places like First Friday and shit. Yeah. And people would be like, oh shit. They wouldn't even know my fucking name. They'd be like, shit. You're that dude from the freestyle video. Coming up to me, rapping the JD.
Shrub.
Confirmed? Okay.
We got the
confirmation.
But they would come up rapping the lyrics like, yo. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I kept doing freestyle videos. Then I started doing opinionated videos where I let people ask me my opinion because people cared about my opinion for whatever reason. So they asked me, I'd be like this status if you want to be tagged in a video about yada yada yada, how I feel about it. So I do shit about Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, all this shit, all the election, etc. I did shit about football, basketball, etc. And then I did comedy videos. Yeah. And these are the things that people, they were like, oh, I fuck with Jason. Yeah. And then, I started doing team backpacking, etc. And all these people were invested in me because of how positive I was, how uplifting I was, etc. So people were fucking with me before I even did, you know what I'm saying? The music, like putting the music out. People love me before they love my music. And then that's when they were like, oh, he raps too. And then that's when I started, I put a few songs out last year, and then we did 20 pounds, and then, you know what I'm saying, we took a whole formula.
It's moving.
Yeah, took a whole formula. We did Pete's tape first, then we did the 20 pound cypher, did Kai's tape, then we dropped Soul Part 2 to kick off my rollout process.
Yep.
Did the I dropped one song called September 5th, which is the date of the drop.
There you go.
Then everyone thought I was gonna drop it September 5th. I said nope, dropped it the day of the show, on my set. And then I told everyone, okay, like and repost, etc. Like and repost before you even listen to it. So it was like a pre-sale. So I got like 46 likes and like 30 reposts before it even dropped. So when niggas woke up the next morning and went to go look at it, they were like, oh shit, this is blowing up already. And it just came out. Yeah. So everybody was hopping on it.
That's
so they
how
were
it
like,
goes.
yeah, they were like, fuck, it's already blowing up. I gotta listen.
Yo, so we got 3 months left in 2017. What can we expect to see like in the next 3 months going into 2018? And you even, I'm sure you do have a plan for 2018. And
yeah, we've got a few. Yeah, the whole year isn't done, but we got.
I'm not asking you to like totally break down what's going to happen.
I can tell you one next year. I can tell you the plan. I can tell you one of the plans next year.
Yes.
The biggest plan next year is to sell out the Crescent Ballroom.
There you go.
That's the biggest plan.
That's fucking awesome.
That's the number one goal. Sell out the Crescent Ballroom.
Very dope.
But
by yourselves, right? With your people.
Just us.
No headliners.
Nope.
Just yourselves.
Just us, and maybe one opening act.
Yep. Make it happen.
Unorthodocks is the opening act, unofficial. No.
But and then this year is I'm finishing like my rollout process. Like we already dropped the tape. Now I'm just continuing. I'm gonna drop 3 videos. The Rushmore one's coming out in October, early October, and then I'm gonna drop 2 more. I got a song called Rent Up that is about basically just about it's the hook's like, Mr. Landlord, why you raise the rent up? My teeth don't work. I can't even use the stove. We trying to make a living. That shit gets so difficult. Where I'm from, all you got is ammo spots and liquor stove. Like it's just about like the, you know what I'm saying, where our perspective, like people like me, and just about what Trump's doing and etc. fucking us over, etc. But it's in a tight way to where you can vibe with it. Like even if you're not listening to the lyrics, like you know what I mean.
I wish I had my CD here for you.
So we got to do Rent Up. I'm gonna do the Rent Up video because I feel like it's my responsibility due to everything that's going on. And then I got another video coming out. I don't know which one is that. And then JD's gonna go after me. And that's it. We got a few more. We got a house show. We're gonna have a house party for free. House show. We're gonna do live instrumentations instead of the beats. Very dope. Just doing a lot of cool shit for the people that fuck with us.
Well, keep us posted, man, and come through again, like whenever. Yeah,
this was fun as fuck.
Yeah,
I gotta bring some. I'll bring some other people with me next time.
Yeah, most definitely. And we didn't get to do it this time, but sometimes we'll turn on beats and rap and all that shit. So we didn't get to it this time. But you definitely got to come through again.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's a pleasure having you, bro.
Super down.
Like just the little bit that I've seen of you in the last couple months, really. I mean, I really haven't even known who you were until the Lyrical Beatdown. And I really, really like what I'm seeing from you and your squad and all that shit. Yeah. And it's dope. So keep carrying the fucking torch. Keep doing what you guys do.
It's for the like I've been saying it for a while. It's for the city first, for the state first.
That's dope.
And then that's the first goal, and that's on everything I love. Like that's the very first goal. And after that, I'll worry about me.
Most def. Well, that's gonna work out for you. I can tell already.
Thank you.
Well, thanks again for coming through. Unorthodox,
what up?
As always, dog. Thanks for being here
every week.
Gonna keep pushing and salute if you're listening. We'll see you next week.
Much love to Salute. Always miss.
Yeah, shouts to Salute.
Man, he killed that interview too.
He really did.
That interview is crazy. Oh my god.
We gotta upload that like individually, like just to YouTube. Just Bishop Lamont interview.
Yeah, just that.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, we literally played like 3 songs this whole 2-hour fucking.
I know. We didn't play no music today. We were just getting busy with it. Like we had too much good conversation. We don't have no time for no music. I really doubt our listeners will have a problem with that though.
There's actually, never mind. I'll say it off air.
All right.
It has nothing to do with this.
All right. Well, to everybody out there, thanks for listening to the Clean Up Crew on Radio Super. This will be online on YouTube. We'll post it on our Facebook page the next day or so. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. This is Mad Child Drama.
me like staring through a periscope. I didn't end up handcuffed. 3 more years, throw the LA hands up. Fuck, man, he startled us. Shit, how the fuck did he come back like Spartacus? Love my fans and I like he's a part of us. A backswore fam saying fuck, man, he started us. People's nose in my business like Snoopy. Like how old's a chick that he fucked us a groupie? The reaching, it got me skeptical as shit. Played